Strawberry, give me more, man.
Say who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. The truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it. Say who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. This truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it. This world come with 99 problems, one ain't the mark of the beast. I roll your blood running all through my veins, they can kill it with a vaccine. I am God's flower, he planted his spirit inside me, I gotta succeed. He watered my spirit with wisdom, his sun shed his light, tell me what do I need? Yeah, tell me what more do I need? I hope they take heed. I feel like Muhammad Ali on the beat, got my words stinging like a bee. I pray you repent for your sins, before you get judged for your evil deeds. Pride and lust are the worst fruits, please don't eat from Satan's tree. That's how we got Adam and Eve. Please don't be deceived. Don't be naive, become as an angel of light, gotta see through the schemes. Ephesians 6 and 14, Bible got the keys, but you gotta read. The most I put these laws in these letters, but that man ain't getting received. They laugh at us like memes when we tell them about prophecies. We searching for God in the wrong places through these evil ideologies. All these religions, they causing division, they gave us lies to believe. Colossians 2 and 8 states, gotta watch for philosophies. Woe to idolatry. Who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. The truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it. Say who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. This truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it. Those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved. Thank God he gave me new life, I was headed to the grave. Didn't believe I could change my condition, but he gave me faith. Even though I fast and pray, Satan throwing obstacles in the way. I jump over them like gays. Resist the devil, he gon' skate. Don't move fast, gotta pace. This a war, not a race. Repent now, don't wait. Better now, don't be late. I am great, no debate. A higher grade, no debate. Who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. The truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it. Say who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, who gonna end up? Say who gonna end up until the end? Yeah, I'm patiently waiting. They making allegiance with Satan. This truth is for real, you can't fake it. Keep it humble, you know that they hate it.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Welker in for Lester. We begin tonight with the new front in the war on COVID-19. That new, more contagious strain of the virus, first identified in Britain, has now been found in 2 U.S. states, Colorado and now California. There are new questions tonight about just how widespread it already is. This as health officials vow to pick up the pace of the vaccine rollout after acknowledging the effort has fallen.
You need to repent, go watch the news. All of the prophecy coming true. He said this son to die for you. Follow his steps, you make it through. Euphrates River's drying up. The 12 tribes don't rise up. The devil know it's time up. Messiah coming, I'm fired up. Rumors of war, we at the door. In the tribulation, please endure. In your patience, possess your soul. Earthquakes and pestilence coming more. Come up out of my people. These folk done did so much evil. These places coming, they won't leave you. Famine, nuclear missiles gon' kill that eagle. We got angels, they got demons. For the most, I protect you and keep you. The love of many gon' ask call. And the tribulation gon' let you know. Your truth, they truth, my truth. His life, his death, the truth. No vaccine gon' mean some sacrifice. Would you lose it all to leave afterlife? These plays are coming to the earth. America about to get hurt. Keep having visions, I'm alert. Babylon is going down, is in his word. Come up out of my people. Jeremiah 50, pray I see. All but send your angels cause we need you. Having visions, I keep seeing yelling and screaming. A fake Messiah coming, don't let him deceive you. All them signs and lying wonders gonna be evil. Messiah opening them seals. Keep them commandments, y'all, cause this body be real. Lockdowns coming back. Them plagues coming, nobody could send them back. Hold back your wings, seal your elect. Hold back your wings, seal your elect. You need to repent, go watch the news. All of the prophecy coming true. He sent his son to die for you. Follow his steps, you make it through.
Yahweh, Hafapalah, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
He's been so good. He's been so good. Yahweh Shai, his prophecy is coming. Oh, each and every day. So don't be scared, just be prepared. Come and sing a song. Abanawa Shabbat Shemayim Kodash He chooses His
Shalom, Israel, shalom. Giving all honor,
Shalom.
giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem. Hamashiach Malak Shai. The world knows Yahweh as God. The world knows Yahweh Shai as Jesus. And Hamashiach will be the Christ. Hey, all praises to the Most High, man. My name is Ariyah.
Hey, this is Brother Hashaya. Shalom.
Hey, and we in this thing, man. So, hey, today
Great.
is all praises, King. Hey, hopefully you're having a great Shabbat Shalom over there in the household, King.
Same to you, brother. Yeah, absolutely, man. Hey, we hope all you brothers and sisters out there having a great Shabbat. For those that, keep the Friday night to Saturday night. And to our lunar brothers and sisters, man, we pray that y'all having a great, Shabbat when you have it. You know what I mean? But either way, man, all praises to the Most High.
Right, Khan. And so today, hey, we have a very special. First, we want to ask that this is for educational purposes only. So what is that? What they call it? What is that? You're gonna be sharing somebody else's video?
Yeah. Dang.
What do they call that, man?
Yeah, but just like you said it, though, you know what I mean?
Hey,
It's
this
for educational I get it. Hold on, Jane. It's a lot.
right? Hey, because we got to say that because we are gonna be sharing somebody else's video, man, for educational purposes on fair use.
God, there you go. God. Hey,
Fair
this is
use.
fair use. That's right.
Because we ain't doing this for nothing, personal, but we're literally just doing this for the Most High. So I do got two precepts to pull out, and then I yield over to my elder, so he can pull this. So my first one will be literally, let me get the Bible out up here. My first one would be John, my favorite, 8.
He going to it.
You already know, John 8:32. Let me make it bigger for everybody. Oh God, it's a little smaller. All right, the book it a little bit smaller so I can see the verses. All right, it's the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32, and it reads, "And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Right. So we just here to tell the truth, man. We're not here to say our own vain words, our own vain opinions, right? We're just here literally to tell the truth of what's going on and let you know through much history, through much decipherment, and through much understanding, hey, what's going on, man, right? And the other one will be the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 30, I think it is. You see, I wrote it down real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse. Oh, yeah, here it goes. 17. I'll start at 16. It says, "They provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations they provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to Yahweh, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers fear not. Of the rock that begot thee, thou art unmindful, and hast forgotten Yahweh that formed thee. Verse 19. And when Yahweh saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children whom is no faith. They have moved me to jealousy with that which is not Yahweh. They have provoked me to anger with their vanities, and I will move them to jealousy with those which are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with a foolish nation. So the people that's actually doing this to, that we call our enemies, they're a foolish nation. It says, for a fire is kindled in my anger, and shall burn unto the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. Watch this. Here's the point. It says, I will heap mischiefs upon them. I will spin mine arrows upon them, right? Which means destruction. 24. They shall be burnt with hunger. So, hey, what have our people always got to do? We got to always rely on our enemy or another nation for EBT, right? We got our other nations giving us food through Christian church pantries, right? He says, they shall be burnt with hunger and devoured with burning heat, and with bitter destruction I will also send the teeth of beasts upon them. And if you know understanding of the scriptures, beasts are just lawless men. He says, with the poison of serpents of the dust. Right? And this is the last. And
Salakia, you know what? That when they say the poison of serpents of the dust, you know, King, that's when that's one of my precepts on that John. What's that? John 3:14, and Numbers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That serpent that they sent serpents on her. Yeah, King Salakia, bro.
And he said his tongue will be of the dust. He'll lick up the dust. Right? It's 25. It says, the sword without and terror within shall destroy both young men and the virgin. So women ain't gonna even have children, and our young men ain't gonna be able to have families. That's what that's alluding to. It said the suckling also, those are the children with the man of gray hair. So he said they're not gonna regard the children of young nor the men of old. And this is the very end point. It says, I said I would scatter them into corners. So the Most High said he would scatter us into corners, which means every faucet of the way of the earth. It says, I would make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. Right? So, hey, I just wanted to bring that out because before we get in this video, it's going to be a lot of stoppages, Israel. You know, we're going to try to keep it to a minimum. But, hey, this is going to be a mighty lesson through the Spirit. And I got the mighty elder Hashai on here with me. And I'm going to let him do his precept. Let you know through the Spirit, man. Hey, woke up. The Most High had this just right there on my YouTube. So with that, hey, I yield, man.
Come on. All praises, man. Hey, man. And it's a beautiful thing that the brother bringing out, man. We're going to try to do this as much as possible, man. Just bring out, you know, certain videos and kind of go over it, you know, to get wisdom, right? So this is Proverbs 4, and I'm going to start at 1 real quick. Hear ye children, the instructions of a father. I'm going to let the brother pull it up, matter of fact, so you guys can read along with us. All right, here we go. Hear ye children, the instructions of a father, and attend to no understanding. For I give you good doctrine. Forsake ye not my law. And that's the main thing, right? For the Most High, for you to get understanding of the Most High word, amen, you can't forsake the law. You got to keep the law. For I was my father's son, tender and only beloved in the sight of my mother. He taught me also and said unto me, let thine heart retain my words, keep my commandments, and live. Right? Now, verse 5, watch. Get wisdom, get understanding, forget it not, neither decline from the words of my mouth. Forsake her not, and that her is wisdom, and she shall preserve thee. Love her, and she shall keep thee. Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Right? And I brought this out, right? Because what we're trying to bring to our people is wisdom that we received, understanding that we received. You know what I'm saying? Hey, not boasting, not much. Hey, the Most High gave us what He gave us, and guess what? And we give that back. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to be bigger than the next brother. You know what I'm saying? But no, the Most High gave us some wisdom, and we give that little wisdom that we have to others, right? And that's how we share with one another. But and this video, if I'm understanding this right, the brother saw this video, right? So can you saw the whole thing?
Yep.
Right. So
Yep.
this is kind of live for me, right? But at the same time, I kind of know where he going. He went over some things, right? And there's a lot of truth in these videos, right? And Minister Farrakhan going to bring out some truth, right? And King, could you get me
Yep.
Romans? Let me see. Let me go. I think I want Romans 9. Or we can. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Romans 9 just for reasons.
And I ain't gonna lie,
Romans.
I know we're gonna try to go as speedy as possible, but I want to actually break this down good because honestly, I ain't gonna lie, for it to be, we know that, that Christianity, that being a Muslim is just another sect of Christianity. And honestly, this to be a sect of Christianity, the Most High used this brother to kind of bring out a lot of truth.
That's
And
right.
it's a lot of biblical references in here, that really brings it to light. But then it also, he's alluding to, man, it's just, I can't wait to bring it out. I'm just so eager. I'm on the tip of my seat, like I'm a little kid right
now. And now I want to bring out Romans 9 and 25 and 26 real quick, and then Hosea 1 and 10, and we getting in.
God. It's the book of Romans chapter 9 and verse 25. As he saith also in OC, I will call them my people, which were not my people, and her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there shall they be called the children of the living Yahweh.
Right. See that? Because we're in that place now when we were called not the people. We discontinued from our heritage, right? And now we're back to our who we are. Now we're finding out that we are those people. Hey, they told us that we were just Africans, Canaanites, right? And we finding out in a place where we were told that we are the children of the Most High God. Go ahead, King. That one last verse. Last scripture.
Hosea chapter 1, and I'm going to start at verse 9.
Right, because OC is Hosea. Right, go ahead, King.
It's the book of Hosea chapter 1 and verse 9. Then said Yahweh, call his name Lo-Ami, for ye are not my people, and I will not be your power. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living Yahweh.
You see that? And that's what we're starting to get. And that's what we're starting to understand now, that we are those people. Our brothers that's out there teaching our people. We out here teaching our people that you're an Israelite and not a nigger, or not a black man, right? And so forth, not a Hispanic, right? All praises. That's it, King.
And not a West African, which they try to tell us.
There you go.
Put two countries together. So without further ado, hey, we're going to go ahead and watch a little of this video. And whenever you see a point you want to stop, let me know, King, because I'm going to be stopping too.
Louis Farrakhan.
Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan.
Every time you go to school, turn on your television, they're teaching you about the Holocaust.
I got to stop it right now. Right, because me and brother Tazawan, we did a lesson last night, right? And they were talking about how Donald Trump literally is trying to take certain parts of history out of the museums, out of America. So that's crazy that this video started right there. It's almost like this video started where me and brother Tazawan lesson last night stopped, because it literally was like we were talking about how they're trying to take away different types of history out of America history, you know, but yet like he just said, I'm gonna rewind it. He said every time you turn around, you see something talking about the Holocaust. So why are you keeping that as a reminder when it's such a dark place? But yet they're saying that slavery was the original sin, right, of America, and they're trying to get rid of that original sin to
That's
show
right.
America is. So I'm gonna rewind that a little bit because it's just crazy how the video started right there, man. Right, so I'm gonna just rewind it just a little bit. All right, here we go.
They're teaching you about the Holocaust. And the Jews never get tired of telling you about how Hitler put them in ovens. Why do you get tired when somebody starts telling you how white people put you in ovens?
Hey, and ain't that something though? When we out there on the street, when we tell them,
you're about to say it, King.
Come on, bro. What about to say? Well, that's been so long ago.
Yes.
It's been so
And King, I'm about to say, even our own people, not only them, but our own people do this. They tell us to forget about what happened to us.
Hey,
you need to get over it.
And if you hear, I'm gonna wind that again because that's literally what he said. He said, we don't get tired of hearing about the Holocaust, but yeah, our people quickly say, well, why do y'all keep talking about that slavery? Watch, I'm gonna wind it, and you hear that again. That's crazy, man. Make sure I went back enough.
That's sad.
Sad.
You'll never hear the Ish people do that.
No, you never will. They're
Never.
gonna say, oh, we got done wrong. We got done wrong. Right? Watch this.
Turn on your television. They're teaching you about the Holocaust. And the Jews never get tired of telling you about how Hitler put them in ovens. Why do you get tired when somebody starts telling you how white people put you in ovens, put you in chains, hung you on trees, drown you in the rivers and the lakes, castrated you, imprisoned you falsely?
And that's how you know that we are the people of the Bible, right? Because look, John the Baptist, Christ, like almost everybody, John the Revelator, everybody, Paul, everybody got put in jail for no reason at all.
And you know how we know we are. You know another reason why we know we the people. Look what the people did to the prophets. Then the scriptures say they killed thy prophets. Yeah. Right? This is our people that did this stuff.
Yeah, our own people. Right? I gotta pull it. Is it 40 and 22? Or is it 42, 22? Let me see. Right? It's the book of Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22. Right? And it says, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none self restore. So none deliver. We know spoil means when you're no more good. So nobody deliver you from being spoiled, and nobody say restore that person for wrongly prosecuting that person. And he just said that we don't get tired of being thrown in prison houses. We don't get tired of being done wrong. Well, the Most High said that this is going to be a curse of his people. Right? And watch this. Verse 23. Among whom you will give ear to this. Who gonna listen to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? So he's saying for that time now and the time to come, this is going to be a curse. Right? You got anything to add to that?
Okay, could you add could you go to Nehemiah 9 and 26? Because I just want to bring out, I'm gonna show you how our people are just like the same type of people, man. Same people. This is how you know we the people.
We got it, King.
Come.
I got this. The book of Nehemiah 9 and verse 26. Nevertheless, they were disobedient.
They're what?
They were disobedient. And rebelled against thee.
And what?
and cast thy law behind their backs.
That's what our people do. We tell them keep the commandments of the Most High. They cast it behind their backs, right? And what, King?
And slew thy prophets,
Mm-hmm.
which testified against them to turn them to thee.
Mm.
And they wrought great provocations.
You see that? He said they slew thy prophets, which testified against them to turn them to thee. Hey, man, look, the prophets, the Most High he always put people out, right? He put prophets out. We out here teaching our people to turn back to the Lord, right? And hey, listen, if they had a chance right now, they will kill us now, right? I'm sorry, they will unalive us now. I forgot you gotta watch what you're saying. You know, they'll cut that off, but they will unalive us now. But because we can tell, listen, we had guns and knives pulled out at us, man. You know, so they would definitely do that if they were allowed to. But go ahead, King.
Right. And it says, therefore, thou deliverest them into the hand of their enemies,
Mm-hmm.
who vexed them.
Who vexed them. Right?
Mm.
We're delivered to our enemies and we're getting vexed daily, just like the what's his name? Farrakhan talking about. Minister Farrakhan. He talking about right now. They burned us in ovens. They slaughtered us. They put us in jail falsely. Okay, King.
And in the time of their trouble, when they cried unto thee, thou heardest them from heaven.
And that's right.
And according to thy mercies, thou gavest them saviors.
They gave them what?
Saviors.
That savior got an S on it. You see that? But see, to get out of this captivity, the only way we can be saved is through Hamashiach Yahweh Shah coming. We got to go through. We need spiritual saviors right now. Right? Go ahead, King.
It says, who saved them out of the hand of their enemies.
And that's it, right? Because we waiting to be saved from the hand of our enemies. But see, our people are so destroyed that they're angry because they want the enemies with them. They want to be saved with the enemies so the enemies can rule back over them, because that's what they rather have. But anyway, I'll yield with that. Come on, King.
His brothers in the spirit, because wait till you see what further comes out of this.
You say the minister teaching hate.
Hey, and why do they always say that, though, brother?
Hey, King,
they always say we teaching hate when we tell them the truth.
Hey, what's the scripture? Pull it. Do they hate us because we tell them the truth?
Come on, brother. Hey, you in the spirit, because I was just about to get it, bro. Man. Mike. That's crazy, bro. Right? Galatians 4:16, man. Right? Hey, that's crazy, man. That is exactly it, bro. Why do they always say we teaching hate? Why y'all teaching division? Y'all teaching hate? No, we're just teaching truth. Why can't we just teach truth, King?
I don't know.
Because the world hates the truth, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna bring that truth. They can't receive it. Right? This Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. It says, am I therefore become your enemy? So now we're against you, even though we're with you? Because I tell you the truth?
Hey, they say that we hate, hey, brother, we're the enemy for telling them they're the greatest people on the earth. The Most High chose you. We get hate for that. They ask us, well, what about our enemy? What about the people that hang us? Still.
Come on, bro. No, same ones that pull you over on a routine traffic stop, but then shoot you because they ask you to reach for your registration and proof of insurance, and you go to do that. They shoot you and say because it looked like he was drawing a weapon, and they search the whole vehicle and find no weapon.
And guess what? Our people say forgive them. But they don't forgive Tyrone down the street because he made a mistake and stepped on their sneakers. They want to kill him.
Yeah, they killed him. They killed Tyrone. And he didn't know, actually, he was saying, excuse me.
Yeah, but John, John at work got you fired, and that you can't feed your family just because the way you look, and you say, "I forgive him."
I
Dang.
forgive him. Or one of them will run up in a synagogue and kill everybody, and they get pardoned and get let go because he was not in his right mind, so they say. What is at that time, I can't remember what they call it, but at that time, insane. You know what I'm saying? And but then all of a sudden, that person didn't have no points in his life where he had mental issues. Make it make sense to me.
Yep.
Keep going. Only 49 seconds in this video. I told you, King.
I don't know about you, but I hate what was done to our fathers.
Come on, brother.
I was about to say, look,
brother, come on. I can't. I told you, brother. I'm trying my hardest not to do it too much, but it's just
this gonna have to be.
Yeah,
I can see that.
It's Ecclesiastes 7, man. He's speaking all scriptures, man.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. So if you got any wisdom, of course you're gonna be upset, right? We ain't saying act on your anger, act on your disposition of your spirit. No, all we're saying is in your mind, if you have wisdom, you're gonna be like, you're gonna see the disparity. You're gonna see that one particular gets to get away with something that another particular doesn't, and the law states that middle balance, and they're not keeping the law, or a lot of other people aren't keeping the law, but then you are prescribed to keep the law, and then if they break the same law you break, there's going to be a disparity amount of time that they're going to get versus what you're going to get. So surely oppression maketh the wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. So hey, you're going to be mad, man, right? And then there was one more when it says the more knowledge, the more grief.
Oh, wisdom. No, you brought that out, right?
Yeah, it's what's that? More sorrow. Sirach 1:18.
Yep.
Sirach 1:18, real quick. So like it. Hey, you gotta go to the backup, man. Sirach 1:18, man. All right, this is the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 18. The fear of Yahweh. Is it Ecclesiastes? I'm sorry, it's like Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. I'm sorry, Israel. It's the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 18. It says, for in much wisdom is much grief. The same thing, man. When you increase in wisdom, hey, you're going to increase in sorrow. And he that increaseth knowledge, increases sorrow, man. So, hey, when you get wisdom and understanding of that thing, that knowledge, hey, man, you're going to know and you're going to be able to peel away the layers of what's really going on. Then you're going to be sorrowful because you got all that understanding, man. And I yield, Elder. You got anything you want to bring up? Before I go back to this video, because it's going to be.
No, go ahead, King, because I was thinking about something. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, King.
It's going to be a lot of these times, but only 59 seconds in the video, man.
And I hate it so bad. I want to make sure that we remember so that we'll never allow that.
I'm telling you, brother, this whole video is like this. He said, I'm just doing it so you never forget it, brother. Where does he get this from, man? This is right from the scriptures, man. He's speaking scripturally. Right?
Scripture. Remember what is it, King?
The 32.
Yeah, you're probably gonna pull what I'm looking for.
Yep, Deuteronomy 32:7, man.
Yep. There you go.
Remember the days of old, man. I'm gonna bring it back up real quick, just so it'll be fresh on our mind, man. Right? Because he said, I'm bringing it out just for you. Don't forget it. Watch what he say.
And I hate it so bad.
He said, and I hate it so bad. What did he say?
I want to make sure that we remember so that we'll never allow that to ever happen to us and our children again.
They told us America was the land of...
Right, so he said, so we'll never let it happen to our children again. Right, so let's bring that out, man. Let's bring that out, man. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32 and verse 7. It said, remember the days of old. Like he just said, you got to remember so you don't never let it happen again. And so that means, like the elder said, we got to go back to the commandments. We got to go back to the laws. We got to go back to our statutes, man. It said, consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. For Yahweh's portion is his people. So don't forget that, Yasharala, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It said Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Hey, so hey, I yield, man.
That's right, brother. That's right.
Hey, and there's gonna be a lot more of that.
Something else I want to. Yeah, hold on.
Because hey, man, this video had only a minute and 3 seconds in, man. This video's gonna be very happy.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we remember so that we'll never allow that to ever happen to us and our children again.
They told us America was the land of freedom, but history tells a different story. Behind the flags and speeches lies a record of struggle, where Black people have had to bleed for the right to exist as human beings. Minister Louis Farrakhan warned us that power never gives up its grip willingly, and that the very nation we live in has worked tirelessly to keep us bound. From stolen businesses to silenced leaders, from false promises of partnership.
Hey, I want to rewind that again because I'm going to bring out a point real quick, man. Right? He said something. Watch this.
Willingly, and that the very nation we live in has worked tirelessly to keep us bound.
So why have they worked tirelessly to keep us bound? Elder, you go ahead and break it down. I'm finna pull your favorite precept, man. The book of Judah. The book of Judah.
Now I wanted to grab. Hey, listen, they understand. See, they understand who they got. You understand? They know who they have, right? Everything that we go through. Look, you know how they say they used our book against us? Oh, they use it. Why you use that white man book? That book was used to enslave us. You know why it was used to enslave us? Because it taught us to do everything opposite of what the book say. That's how they use the book. The Bible tells us that we have to keep the commandments. They tell you that you don't have to keep the commandments. Yeah, King, bring that out.
The book of Judah, chapter 5 and verse 17. And whilst they sin not before their power, they prospered, because Yahweh that hateth iniquity was with them. But when they departed from the way which he appointed them, they were destroyed in many battles very sore.
Right. So look, Salakia, see, they watched that. They know when we went off. All the nations knew that, okay, they going off now. We can go take them. They saw us in Africa when we were in the west coast of Africa, praying to other gods, right? They saw us in the Americas. We were doing the same thing, sacrificing to other gods. They knew that it was time that they can take over us. Good, King.
They were destroyed in many battles very sore, and were led captives into a land that was not theirs. And the temple of their power was cast to the ground, and their cities were taken by the enemies.
You see that?
And I like it because it keeps talking about that enemies, and you're going to see how important it is to know that later on in the video, right? See, so that's why I love this video, because it's literally touching every point that this Bible is telling us.
That's right. And can I bring out one thing, King? Because you remember he said that he hate to see what happened to our people, right? And that's how we feel. This is why we teach. This is why we go out. Besides, the Most High woke us up and get out and told us to go. right, and do these things. Hey, King, could you put could you give me Exodus 3 and 7, but in the NIV? And this is Yahweh speaking, right? And so you know, of course his children going to be like that. They think the Most High forgot about this, bro. He never forget about his people. Go ahead, King.
I'm put the full chapter out just in case you want me to keep going. It's the book of Exodus 3 and verse 7. It says, Yahweh said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt. I have heard them crying out because of their slave drivers.
Because of their slave drivers, right? Go ahead.
And I am concerned about their suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the hand of the Egyptians and to bring them up out of that land into a good and spacious land.
And that's what we're waiting on again. Right? This is that new Egypt. This is the what you call it, King? This, you know, like I said, we looked at Egypt as going into slavery, right? And we're waiting to get put out of this Egypt here. That's it, King. You can go back, because I know we got so much.
Yeah, hey, that's why I was wanting to warn early, because it's a lot of information. It's a great video.
Yeah, we just like the Most High, man. If you don't have the feeling of the Most High of hating to see what happened to your people, hey, man, look what Paul said in Romans 9. You know what I'm saying? He said he wish that he can suffer for his people according to the flesh, man. Hey, because our people actually cared about our people. You know what I mean? We ain't say forget about this, forget about that. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? Forgive them. No. We said all through the scriptures, we said, hey, in Revelations, what's that, 18? It said, he said, give unto them double what they gave to you.
Double.
Right? Go ahead, King.
From stolen businesses to silenced leaders, from false promises of partnership to the crushing weight of systemic control, the evidence is everywhere. In this video, we break down the words they never wanted you to hear and expose the lessons hidden in plain sight. Let's begin.
Now, we know that the most powerful country on earth is the United States of America. It would be foolish for us to think that the prophets could see and didn't see America.
So I got to tell you,
that's so powerful right there.
I'm telling you, brother, I'm telling you, this video is nasty, bro. So, hey, look. So the prophets did here, right? Because, hey, you might know it underneath another name in the Bible, right? So we're gonna pull it out.
That's kind of what I just brought out, right? They looked at Egypt as slavery.
Right? We're gonna go Revelations 18 and 3, and then I'm gonna jump down, right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 3. Well, I'm gonna start up at verse 1. I'm gonna start 1 and 3, and then I'm gonna skip down. It says, it's the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 1. It said, after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. And he cried mighty with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen. So literally, the name of America in the Bible will be Babylon the Great, right? It's fallen, has become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit, right? Which means you can do anything. You can be any religion you want to be. You can come over from your country and change your identity. You can change. You can identify as a tree if you want to nowadays.
God.
You could be a car if you want to.
Yep. drink gas and everything.
Everything, man. Right? You can do the same marriage if you want to. Right? You change sex if you want to. Changing of kinds, right? All in the scriptures. It says, and the hold of every foul spirit and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Right? And it says, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And that's why they're trying to overthrow her. That's why they're trying to change the money over, because they see that she is actually trying to, she's losing it, right? They know that the Most High is about to punish her, and that's what verse 5 and 6 said. But I just want to get to the point of it, man. I want to get down to the point, right? Because it says the merchandise of gold, but I'm going to show you how you know that this is that place.
Oh, Khan, I know where you're going. Khan, slaves, right?
Yep, you already know, man.
No, you passed it. It's up there.
Yeah.
After it go through all the, it should be coming up soon. Yeah, over there somewhere. Uh, no, that right there. Is it 17 or 8? Should be right over there somewhere. Oh, there it go. Should be. Hold on. No, that's not. Dang, where'd it go?
Dang, it was,
You talking about
it's like,
are you looking for the one when it said enslaves? Oh, there you go.
yeah.
13, yeah.
So it goes into the merchandise, right? So 12, it goes into the merchandise, gold, silver, and precious stones, silks, and all that. So I'm going to go right to the point. Verse 13, and cinnamons, and odors, and ointments, and frankincense, and wine, and oil, and fine flour, and wheat, and beast, and sheep, and horses, and chariots, and slaves, and souls of men, right? So, this place even sells the souls of men. That goes into Hollywood. That goes into sports. That goes into all things. They turn them into idols. And people sell their souls to get to these places of fame. They turn themselves into gods, to world-renowned men, right? So, so that's this place that's Babylon the Great, man.
Mm-hmm. And it's no different than the Greeks and so forth. And what's that? Maccabees, first Maccabees 1 and 10, 11. It talks about how they made the places of exercise. That's the same thing, right? They sell their soul. They sold their soul. Matter of fact, could you pull that up real quick, Kane? Real quick.
Yep.
First Maccabees 1 and 10, 11, 10 and 11.
Okay. Right.
What's this? That's how you know we're in the same place. And we know that the Greeks were so-called, the so-called white people. Watch this.
Right. It's the book of Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Mm-hmm.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
You see that? Go ahead.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen.
You see that? And that's how they say they sold their soul. Right? They did according to the ordinance of the heathens. You see that? And that's the same thing what we just read. It's the same thing. They've been doing this forever. But go ahead, King. Now you with that.
Right, come.
In their prophetic utterances, the most powerful nation on earth, the most powerful nation in the last 6,000 years, and a nation in whom or in which is another nation.
Brother, I'm telling you, this man is really talking Bible talk. I love Bible talk, King. I love it. I could speak this language all day, every day, without cease.
That's right.
True in every man alive. Right? Isaiah 47, right? Verse 15.
Oh, yeah, God.
Is that, I'm tripping.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it No, is it 45 and 17?
45 and 17, yeah. The world.
Because
Mm-hmm.
he said a world inside of a world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going on right now.
That's right.
He said it's the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 17. It said, but Israel shall be saved in Yahweh with an everlasting salvation. He shall be not ashamed nor confounded. World without end. Right? So hey, it's literally a world inside of a world.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And
How do we know? You got
what's
it,
that? Hebrew. What's that? Hebrews came was one. We said the world. He made the world.
Oh, yep. Want me to go to that for you? Right? Because hey, this is beautiful Bible talk. This is beautiful Bible talk, man. Oh, Saki. I'm excited for this lesson right here, man. It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 1 and verse 1. Who in sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. WORLDS.
You see that? That's right.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah, I got one more, man. Right? Psalms, man. The beautiful book of Psalms. Chapter 90. Right? Make this make sense. And get back to the video, man. Hey, told you, King, this video right here, and the Most High used him to bring out a message, man.
Come on.
Right? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 90 and verse 2. It says, before the mountains were brought forth, or ever thou hast formed the earth and the world. So we literally are a world inside of the world of the earth, even from everlasting to everlasting. And that goes into that Isaiah 45 and 17, man. Right? So you got anything else you want to bring out, King?
No, go ahead, King.
All right, come.
An entire people swallowed up by another people, oppressed by that powerful people. And that people refuse to let you go or give you justice.
Hey, that's scripture, man. Right? That's crazy. Hey, that's crazy, bro. Let me bring this up. Right? Jeremiah 50 and 33, man. He's literally in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. The Most High put him underneath that spirit to deliver this for our learning.
That's right,
Right? Hey, and it's up to us to capture it, man. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 33. Right? And it says, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. Where were they oppressed at? In America.
Right.
Like this. I'm going to show y'all a little something. Show y'all a little something what this scripture talking about, man. Show y'all a little something real quick. Right there. Right? Because we know that the Northern Kingdom would be the Native Americans, the Cubans, what we know the Cubans, the Mexicans, right? The Colombians, the El Salvadorians, the Middle Americas, right? With the Bahama Islands, the Virgin Islands, and not the Hawaiian Islands, but you get the drift, right? Matter of fact, I think I got a picture up here. Let me find it real quick. So this would be these people, right? So it would be the Argentinian, the Chile, Mexicans, Colombian, Uruguay, the Seminole Indians, the American Indians, right? The Guatemala, the Panama, right? Dominicans, the Cubans, the Puerto Ricans, Haitians, West Indies, and the American blacks, right? So the Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which would be the Haitians, West Indies, and the American blacks, right? Those would be the actual on that picture. Where did I make that at? That would be this picture, right? They would be on the right hand side. The left hand side would be the rest of the tribes representation of the northern kingdom, right? So now I'm going to go back to Jeremiah, and this is this prophecy. It's the book of Jeremiah 50 and 33. Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together. That would be this luxurious picture. They were oppressed together. They're both right here. They're showing you that they're both slaves at the same place. Watch what he says. And all that took them captives held them fast, and they refused to let them go. That's what he was just talking about, man.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and rewind that just a little bit so you can hear him say it again. Because he knows what's going on. Farrakhan knows what's going on, King.
Yeah, you do.
Refuse to let you go or give you justice.
Hey, he said not only refuse to let you go, but they also refuse to give you any kind of justice. No matter what, maybe if you're getting murdered unjustly, if you're getting raped and robbed unjustly, you're not going to go to the court. You got to almost sell your arm, your leg, and a spleen just to get a right verdict from your enemies.
That's right, huh? Can I get out Deuteronomy real quick? 28.
Absolutely.
And, let's see.
I was trying not to do it, but I knew it was going to happen. That's why I had to apologize earlier.
You already know. You already started it up already anyway. That video started everything up because you hear stuff back to back. Deuteronomy 28 and start at 64, King.
Come on, man. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 64. Right? And it's crazy, man, because this video, he just hitting on all cylinders, King. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 64 says, and Yahweh shall scatter thee among all people.
Right, because Israel was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. So we show you mainly on this side of the earth, but hey, Israel was scattered all over the place, right? So we understand that. Go ahead, King. Watch.
It says, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Right. So our people calling on the Jesus Christ, right? And Allah. Hey man, you serving other gods, man. Right? And these are the two most religions our people are in. Islam and Christianity, which we both learned those through murder, right? They basically murdered us and forced us to be each one of those religions, right? Just one is just passive, and one is just try to how can I say it, like they show more manly ways, I believe. I can say that kind of, right? They rebel a little more, correct? One is passive and one rebel a little more. So we got either one, you're going to go to one of those religions, right? For the rebellious ones. And then you got some that's for the, and just want to be passive. I mean, each one of them just evil, right? Go ahead, King.
That's the balance. Verse 65. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease.
Right. And this is what I wanted, right? Because, around these nations, we're not going to find no ease. Right? Go ahead, King.
It says, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest, but Yahweh shall give thee there a trembling heart, and fellow eyes, and sorrow of mind.
Right. So there's no ease here. There's no rest. So everything that Farrakhan is bringing out, Minister Farrakhan is bringing out, hey, listen, we're going to go through all these things, man. You're not going to find no rest. You're not going to get any money. We're not getting no reparations here. right? The Most High God is going to give us our reparation. That's what we're waiting for, right? That's what you need to be waiting for. Go ahead, King.
Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee,
Mm-hmm.
and thou shalt fear day and night.
Hey, we got look, people. You work at the daytime during the day and night. Really, the daytime you got to worry about going outside, and getting pulled over, and the night. We got every day, night. We got to worry about our own people. We got to worry about the heathens. Everything. You don't have no rest.
Hey,
Good King.
Can George get the knee in his throat in the middle
Yeah,
of the day?
in the middle of the day. You got to be worried about getting pulled over day and night. Good King.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
You see that? We don't have no assurance of our life. Go ahead, King. One more.
Verse 67. In the morning thou shalt say, would Yahweh it were even.
Hmm.
And at even thou shalt say, would Yahweh it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
Hey, you're gonna fear day and night, man. Hey, you're gonna go through stuff. You're gonna wish it was nighttime. You're gonna go through things at night. You're gonna wish it was daytime. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I yield. These are curses, man.
Hey, and I'm just gonna bring this out right for edification purposes, because this is how beautiful the Most High is. Look at where this chart says that God's chosen people are who they are, right on the right hand side. And then look how close we are. We're all together, right? You got the Bahamas, you got Cuba, you got Haiti, you got the islands over here, Venezuela and Colombia. You got the Middle America, and then you got America right here at the very top. Right there, all together, man. We were
all together,
oppressed together. That's that Jeremiah 50 and 33. Right, so bring that out, man.
Let's think over that. You have had to fight and bleed and die just to go to toilet with white people, just to eat at a lunch counter.
Hey, and honestly, that's just the curse back what I brought out in Deuteronomy 32 when he divided the nations. We're not supposed to be together with everybody.
I was just about to say that, Colin. Hey, the scriptures tell us, be ye separate.
Yeah. That's in the law, matter of fact. Let's pull that out. Right? Because that's literally the law. Right? He told us to be separate. Right? Let's bring that out.
Deuteronomy 7, or you gonna?
Yep. What is it? Deuteronomy what?
Which one you going to? 7 or? But that's the Canaanite nations, but
We be separate, for the Lord your God is separate.
Oh yeah, Con.
That's actually be you holy, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that one is holy.
Yeah, that one's holy. Holy means set apart, right? That's Leviticus 11 and 44. Right? Because the Most High is literally giving us the actual the blueprint, man, of how we supposed to be. But of course, we don't never listen. If we just listen to the scriptures, everything will be all right. The Most High put it in their spirit to do it, though, to separate themselves and kind of red line everything. Right?
Hey, the Most High separated the nations. That's in Deuteronomy. You brought that out, right?
Huh? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the book of Leviticus 11 and 44. It says, for I am Yahweh your power. Ye shall therefore sanctify yourselves, right? Means cleanse yourself. And ye shall be holy. Holy means set apart or separate. For I am holy, because it's only one God. One Yahweh. That's it. One power that made the earth and the heavens. Right? It says, neither shall you defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. Right? So, verse 45 to sum it up. For I am Yahweh that bringeth you up out of the land of Egypt to be your power. You shall therefore be holy, for I am holy. So he's letting you know you should be set apart because he's set apart. Right? So you have anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, what the bring out where you at? Leviticus 20?
Yep, Leviticus 11.
Oh, go to Leviticus 20 and 26.
It's Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 26. And it reads, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I Yahweh am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine."
Hey, so we supposed to be separate, just like the brother brought out. That's right.
So hey, come.
Counter with white people. Just to sleep in a hotel or motel with white people. You've had to die to have the right to enter a boardroom of corporate America. And you still don't have what you need to be free. Let me show you what I mean. You refuse to believe that the rulers of America are your open enemy.
I gotta stop it there. He said, "You refuse." I'm gonna rewind that because you got to hear what he just said. He said, "You refuse to believe that he's your open enemy." Let me rewind that. Yeah.
Rulers of America are your open enemy.
So let's see if the people of America are your open enemies, according to the scriptures, by the way.
Bring that out.
According to us, man. We're just your neighbor, friendly
I know
neighborhood.
exactly where you're going.
Lights, man. We ain't nobody special, man. We just trying to find out if what this man is saying is true, according to God, according to Yahweh, or if he's speaking from his own belly. Because all he's doing is speaking scripture. The Most High just put it on his spirit that day to go out there and speak from scriptures. Right? Where am I looking at?
Hey, so this can come out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's 40. Salakia. Right? It says, all right, I'm going to start right here, 46, right? Because he's talking about the Israelites, right? I'm going to start at 45. It said, "Moreover, all these curses," Deuteronomy, right, from 15 to 68, these are the curses. It says, "Shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed." Now you don't know who you are. And he's going to further down this video, he's going to show you that. "Till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God," right? Yahweh thy power, "to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And those curses that are in Deuteronomy, shall be upon thee for a sign," which is identifying marker, "and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever." So no matter what generation you look for the Israelites. And this is the reason: because thou servest not Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. Ain't that what he was just talking about? Let's see how you're going to serve your enemies. "Which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger." So wherever you got to go to get your food from, that's your enemy. Thirst. However you got to come about to get water, soda, juice, whatever it may be, that would be your enemy, your spiritual enemy. Nakedness. Wherever you got to go to be clothed, right? That would be your nakedness. And then a want of all things, your birth certificate, your death certificate, right? Life insurance policy to get your water cut on, to get a plane ticket, to whatever your soul desires. If you got to go to another people to get this, hey, that would possibly be your enemy. And this is one that woke all of us up. Whoever this enemy is, he shall put a yoke of iron Let's see what that would look like nowadays. Yeah, let's see what that would look like. So this is what your yoke of iron would look like,
That's right.
right? Yokes of iron, all different kinds. And why every time you see these pictures, nobody else's faces pop up on these pictures but people
Nobody
else.
else's.
No matter who
Look,
they
look,
say
look,
what,
they got Eve with a smile on her face with the yoke.
yeah, like it was just a lovely thing, like it was a necklace, right? And the thing is it's only one nation of people that went through this, right? And the spiritual yoke is still on.
That's right.
So, and look, and it's crazy how they got Native Americans right there too.
Mm-hmm.
To show you, right? So we're gonna get back to it. And he shall put a yoke of iron around thy neck until he have destroyed thee. And that destroyed means now you don't have any understanding, man. Right? You got anything you want to add to that?
No, King, I'm good.
All
That's right.
right,
Oh,
so
matter of fact, no, hey, King, go to 68. Show your enemies.
oh yeah, another set. Right?
Yeah, just in case they don't, they don't see it vividly. Let's see.
This is verse 68, Deuteronomy 28:68. And Yahweh shall bring thee unto Egypt again. Right? So let's show you who Egypt was, right? Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2.
And get in the G&T, King. Bring it to G&T, matter of fact.
It's the book of Genesis. Sorry, it's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 20, Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2, Salaki. I am the Lord, I am Yahweh, your power, who brought you out of Egypt where you were slaves.
You see that? You see that? Where you were slaves.
So Egypt just means slavery,
That's right.
right? It says, and Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt or slavery again. And we know in Exodus, there was nowhere where they went back into Egypt because that word again, let me real quick.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
So we can get some understanding.
Again.
Again, right? Again, another time, once more, returning to a previous position or condition, in addition to what has already been mentioned, right? So it's another time or once again, once more, afresh, anew, right? So we didn't once more return back to Egypt, right? So that's what it was saying. And we're going to go again, return, right? Another time, once more, right? With ships. So this time again, we're going to go, but it was going to be with cargo slave ships, right? By the whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there, when you get off those slave ships, ye shall be sold, right? And we know that the so-called Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans were actually sold. But let's see who they were sold to, unto your enemies. And that's what Louis Farrakhan was talking about. We
Mm-hmm.
understand prophecies.
Right.
And bondwoman, and no man shall buy you. And that buy in the Hebrew, which is the original language that it was translated from, would be redeemed. Right? So nobody's going to redeem us but the Messiah when you go into Bible prophecies. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to keep going.
And it's not, and that's why we're waiting for that redeemer. And that's why we're waiting for a redeemer, which is Yahushua. Luke 1 and 68. Go ahead, King.
Are your open enemy. You believe that these people are your friends.
Hey, don't we say that all the time?
Hey, they think so. He is. He did nothing wrong to me.
Okay. Yeah, we say this all the time, King. They your open enemy. They still hanging out people, right? They're still, we still the first ones fired, last ones hired, first fired, right? We're still going through the same thing. We're still getting pulled over, right? These things are still happening to the day. They're your open enemies. Good, King.
Hey, watch. You in the spirit, watch what he say.
This is because you don't know what an enemy is.
The United States of America calls itself the most powerful nation on earth, and there is truth in that claim. Its military strength extends across the globe, its corporations shape economies far beyond its borders, and its cultural reach influences billions. Minister Louis Farrakhan has often reminded audiences that it would be naive to imagine such a nation escaped the sight of the prophets who spoke about empires of old. In the last 6,000 years of human history, few nations have risen with such commanding force. Yet within the belly of this empire lies another nation, a people carried here in chains, swallowed up, and oppressed by the very system that exalts itself as a light to the world. That people is Black America.
Hey, and it said exalts themselves as a light in the world, right? And real quick, right? Right, because the Bible talks about that, right? I think it's Isaiah 20. No, it's 4 and 20.
Come on, I ain't hear what he said. What did he say, King?
All right, I'm gonna bring it back.
Within the belly of this empire lies another nation, a people carried here in chains, swallowed up, and oppressed by the very system that exalts itself as a light to the world.
So it said they exalt themselves as a light to the world, right? Watch this, right? Isaiah chapter 4, right? In verse 20. Isaiah 4 and 20. Light for darkness.
Oh, God. Oh, light for darkness. Isaiah 5 and 20.
5 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20, right? Because he said they exalt themselves as the light of the world, right? Look, Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. It says, woe unto them that call good evil. Because they call themselves good. They feel like they're doing a good deed across the earth. People and rebuilding. And good evil. That put darkness for what? For light, because he said that they are the light of the world.
Hey, but you know what they are? They Lucifer. That light bearer. You see that?
Light, and they think that they have all the understanding, right?
Mm-hmm.
And darkness, right? That puts sweet for bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. That's crazy, though, that he said that they were the woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. So they think that they're wise and more strong and great than anybody else. But the Most High said he was going to do that in Romans chapter 9, that he was going to raise them up just like Pharaoh, right? You got anything you want to add to that, King?
No, can you just remind me of what you brought out earlier? In Revelation 18, that great city that was clothed in purple and scarlet, and
Yeah,
all these different colors. Yeah, come.
sure. Think they great, man.
That people is Black America. The struggle for dignity has been relentless. To use a public restroom without harassment was not a given but a fight. To sit at a lunch counter, to stay at a hotel, to cast a ballot, to sit on a corporate board, these are rights that required sacrifice, jail time, and often blood. During the Civil Rights Movement, names like Medgar Evers, Fannie Lou Hamer, and Martin Luther King Jr. became immortal because they faced down the brutal opposition of a system that refused to recognize the humanity of Black citizens. Even today, nearly 60 years after the passage of the Civil Rights Act, disparities remain in housing, education, healthcare, and wealth. The numbers confirm the inequality. According to the Federal Reserve's 2023 survey, the median wealth of white families is more than 6 times that of Black families.
And you hear that? He said the wealth of white families is 6 times the amount of Black families.
Mm-hmm.
6 times, brother. It'll never, and that's what our people got to realize, that no matter how much you got your own company, your own business, you're
Mm-hmm.
never, ever going to get caught up to where you feel like, oh, you're going to be equal to them, because they don't want you to catch up. There's no way that they're
Yeah.
going to allow you to catch up.
O-
So just
Only
get that out of
only
your,
Jake want equality.
yeah,
They
yeah,
don't want hierarchy in the kingdom. They
no,
want to be they either want to serve Esau in the kingdom, or they want to be equal. That's it. Our people only want to be equal.
but our people don't believe in the scriptures, because the Most High said that there's going to be a hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever Israel is, if you don't believe that it's us, hey, whoever they are, it's not going to be equal. If you don't believe that we're them, then whoever they are in your eyes, hey,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be above everybody else.
Hey, I
So,
believe in the scriptures so much. I'm gonna tell you this: if we not the people, guess what? We're gonna have to serve somebody. That's
yeah,
just what it is.
that's what it is. So either be them or whoever them, and if you don't believe it, I firmly believe that it's the Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. But if that's
Mm-hmm.
not your belief, and I ain't trying to push your belief on it. All I'm telling you is, whoever Israel is, they're going to be in power underneath
Mm-hmm.
Christ, underneath Hamashiach Yahushai and King David and the 12. After that, it's going to be, the chosen elect, and it's going to be rulership of them, the Israelites,
Hey,
Yasharal. So,
Deuteronomy 7:6, huh?
yeah, calm, bro. Get back
Mm-hmm.
into it. Because, hey, it's going to be hierarchy, whether you like it, love it, believe it, hate it. It ain't, hey, we said, what if some did not believe? With their non-belief,
So
make the word of God non effect. Yahweh,
God forbid. That's
yea,
right,
let
huh?
Yahweh be true and
And
every man
every
a liar.
man a liar. Oh.
Ain't no liar, so I got to speak the words of Yahweh. If you don't believe the
Mm-hmm.
words of Yahweh, I just hate to be you in that day, because, hey,
Hey,
you,
we believe it no matter what it is. It say what it say. I'm not gonna try to change it. You know what I mean? Like I said, if we weren't a piece of people, although we know we are through the spirit, right? Hey, look, hey, we know that we'll have to serve in the kingdom of heaven. There's
yeah,
gonna be some service.
there's going to be some service, according to the
Hmm.
scriptures, according
There's a
to
hierarchy, a national hierarchy, nation.
yeah,
Not because
yeah,
you see that say, well, yeah, Christ, of course, he's over all. But then you got there's still a nation of people that's going to be a hierarchy over other nations. Okay,
according to Revelation, that's going to rule with a rod of iron.
that's right. Huh?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people, a set apart people, unto Yahweh thy power. Yahweh thy power have chosen thee. So he chose somebody to be a special people unto himself, above. Let's get that definition of above real quick.
Mm.
Above, it says, in the sky overhead, or in the heaven, or or in a higher place, higher on the same page or on a preceding page, in or to a higher rank or number. That's the one, man. A higher rank, man.
That's right. Hey, look up hierarchy, right? What you just said, King.
Come on, man.
Above, right? What's this?
Here we go.
Hierarch.
Hierarch, a chief priest, archbishop, or other leaders. No, we need
Hierarchy. With a Y, man.
With a Y, yeah. Slack.
No,
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy.
Hierarchy, right? A system or organization in which people or groups are ranked one above the other.
You see that?
According to status or authority. Watch this. It says pecking order, ranking, grading, ladder. Here's what we were looking for. Social scale.
That's right.
Look at this. An arrangement or classification of things according to relative importance or inclusiveness. Come on, man. Simple, man.
Now you go to the blessing in Deuteronomy 28 from 1 to 15, you'll see that he said in verse 1, he said you are going to be you're supposed to be above all people.
Right? So I got a few more verses to put with that. It says, this is the book of Deuteronomy 7:7. He says, Yahweh did not set his love upon you, nor choose you because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. But this is why. But because Yahweh loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, have Yahweh brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondmen from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. So he did it because he loved you. We wouldn't have nothing else to do with nothing else. Right? So let's go back to the video.
Such gaps are not accidents. They are the continuation of a long history of exclusion. Farrakhan's words strike at the heart of the illusion many hold about America. Too often, black people are encouraged to see the rulers of this nation as friends or allies, when the evidence points in another direction. From slavery to Jim Crow to mass incarceration, the institutions of America have systematically denied freedom and equality to black people. When a power denies your humanity generation after generation, it cannot be called a friend. To mistake it for one is to leave your...
Hey, let me rewind that part. She said, someone that does that cannot be called a friend. Come on, man.
The institutions of America have systematically denied freedom and equality to black people. When a power denies your humanity generation after generation, it cannot be called a friend. To mistake it for one is to leave yourself defenseless.
And that's what our people done. They done left themselves defenseless because they literally call somebody that's an enemy a friend.
But guess what? That's what Christianity teach.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. They don't even teach you who your neighbor is. So they'll say everybody, so you'll be confused and you think everybody your neighbor.
Yeah. But that's the systematic thing that they've set up, man. All right, let's keep going.
This is not a call to hatred. It is a call to clarity. An enemy is defined not by how they smile in public, but by the harm they cause and the freedom they deny. Farrakhan challenged his listeners to recognize this reality, not so they would be consumed by bitterness, but so they would no longer live under deception. Only when a people recognize...
And that was what my opening preach I was talking about. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Right? That just let you know that, hey, as long as you know who your enemy is, then you know what he's capable of doing. You know what kind of that he do. Right? It ain't to, like you said, to cause bitterness or cause an uprising. No, we're patiently waiting on the Messiah to come. Yahweh Shai, Yahweh to send Yahweh Shai, right? To redeem us. So until that happens, we're just gonna patiently wait. But at the end of the day, you got to know the truth, right? You need to know who your enemy is. Because if you saying that everybody's your friend, that's a false balance. That means there's no enemies, right? So
Recognize the forces against them. Can they organize to protect themselves and pursue genuine liberation? The prophets of old warned of empires that rose high only to fall when they mistreated the vulnerable. America, with all its power, is not exempt from this truth. Its record toward black people is written in blood and tears, and the refusal to reckon with it has left deep wounds. If history teaches anything, it is that ignoring an enemy's nature only ensures continued oppression. To confront it with knowledge, discipline, and unity is the first step toward securing a future where freedom is not begged for, but lived.
Every time you put on Discovery Channel, you see where the mother will try to protect the young from the natural enemy. But if anything in nature,
and that mother's that wisdom.
That's that Willie Lynch, though. You know, where he said that the mother would try to read it, rewind it. Can you watch what he say?
Yep,
right.
yep,
Mm-hmm.
yep, absolutely.
The mother will try to protect the young from the natural enemy.
That's why they send you to church every Sunday. That's why mom, you know what I mean, grab your shirt and make you go to church every Sunday. You see that?
Yep. Thing in nature has a natural enemy. Who is the natural enemy of God and the natural enemy of the black man?
Hey, so I can answer that question for you. That's a great question. Let me answer that for you, Farrakhan. He said, who's the natural enemy of God and the black person? So he kind of really did a combinational question.
You're probably going to go where I wanted to go to anyway, Psalms. Or go to that after you're done, King.
Yeah, Khan. He asked a combinational question.
Mm-hmm. Right?
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. So don't let nobody deceive you. Don't let nobody tell you that we don't have a common enemy. Don't let nobody tell you that God don't got a common enemy. Because if God loves everybody, that means God has no common enemy. Well, there has to be an opposition of God. It says, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, an evil person, a wicked person. Sin is just wickedness. The son of perdition, right? So that means the child. Let's see what that word perdition means, right? Right?
Perdition.
A state of eternal punishment and damnation in which a sinful and unpenitent person passes after death. So perdition just means a person of lawlessness, right? Because if you do this, then you're going to condemnation and destruction. So you're literally a person of lawlessness and a person that will not. He said, this is the son of the person that's lawless. And we know the lawless one would be Satan, right? The son of perdition. He's going to be revealed. The man of sin, the lawless one, the son of perdition, who opposes and exalted himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worships, whoever this is, their worship, so that he as Yahweh sitteth in the temple of Yahweh, showing himself that he is Yahweh. And you might know this guy. You might know this guy. Just in case you don't know this guy. Right? Just in case you don't know this guy.
That's right.
You know, now you know this guy. It's this guy.
Hey, King, but go back to it. Watch what he say. Watch what it say. Read that 2 Thessalonians one more time. Show that picture, right? And then watch this. Let me see.
Oh, yeah. It says, who opposeth and who opposeth this is the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 4, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh.
You see that? That's so amazing because what do they say? They say that Jesus that we just saw is God. He
Yeah.
opposes and exalted himself above all that is called God. So because the most high Yahushua, Hamashiach Yahushua, he don't exalt himself above the most above the Father, right? But that image does. The people that worship that image does.
Yeah.
You see that? They exalt him above the Father.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, King.
Right? And it says, or that is worshipped, right? Because they worship him.
Mm-hmm.
He as Yahweh, because they say that he's God.
Mm-hmm.
In the temple of Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
but showing himself that he is Yahweh.
Right?
And
How is he showing? Go ahead, King.
that image does that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody on earth says that he is God.
Hey, don't he have and that image shall speak when you watch
Yeah.
movies, like the Passion of the Christ, that image speak. When
Yeah.
you go out and you see that image on the walls, on the billboards, hey, he got scriptures quoted under him. That's
Yeah, he
how
do.
that image speak. That's that beast. That's that image of the beast.
Yeah.
Who is the beast? Lawless people, like the brother brought out earlier.
Yeah.
The beast was the Romans and the Greeks,
Yeah. And they're lawless.
and they lawless.
That's why he said that. That's exactly why
Right.
he said it.
Yeah.
Right.
Because guess what? He tell you that you don't have to keep the commandments of God.
And that's why he said the son of perdition. And we know that perdition
Mm-hmm.
is said in this definition right here. What did it say perdition was? Oh, I put it off. Oh, yeah. It says
I'm gonna get in the blue.
into it says a state of eternal punishment and damnation in which a sinful and unrepentant person passes after death. So we know that that's sinful means somebody that is lawless. So, hello? You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, King. You talking to me?
Oh, I just heard some go beep beep.
Yeah, I heard something too.
So it just goes into showing you that hey, that lawless one would be, the son, because it says son of perdition, right? So
Yeah, I'm getting in the blue letter real quick on perdition. That son of position is Apollia. That's the name. Mm. Oh my goodness. Now I gotta go to something else because that's crazy right here, King. Wait till you read this, and I want you to go to Romans 9.
you want me to go to perdition, right?
Yep. And then go to Romans 9. And if I'm about to go get it, pull it real quick.
Apolia, right? And it says destroying, utter destruction of vessels, a perishing, ruined destruction of money, the destruction which consists of eternal misery in hell.
And could you you heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Vessel, he's destruction, right?
Yep.
Right. Could you go to Romans 9 and go to 13 first and then drop down to
I know
22?
exactly.
You already know.
Yeah.
That's so he's the son of perdition.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 9 and verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
Right. So we talking about Esau. Esau, right? He said, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Now we're going to show that example of 22 and 23.
Right. It's the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 22 and 23. And it reads,
Hold up. Start at 21, King. Matter of fact. So we'll know that this is talking about Jacob and Esau.
right? Have not the power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
Right? So this is Jacob and Esau, right? They came from the same lump. Rebecca, they came out of her womb. One vessel unto honor.
And another unto dishonor.
And another unto dishonor, right? Go ahead, King.
What if Yahweh, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
What is Esau?
The vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Hey, Esau is the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. You see that? And what in read 23, so we'll know what Jacob is.
And he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy.
Oh, wow.
Which he have had afore prepared unto glory.
Right? Because guess what? Hey, this was already prophesied from the beginning, man. You see that? So we know what he's talking about. He's talking about the Edomites, the vessel of wrath. That's that son of perdition, right? That everybody worshiping Esau.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, hey, want to go back to the video?
You can't hear it, King.
You can't hear it?
Nah.
At all?
Nah, it wasn't saying no. I ain't hear nothing.
Oh, shoot. Yep, it said that too. That's what that sound was in.
Oh.
Let me know that we lost. Let me know if you can hear
it.
Mm-hmm. Where
there you go.
The mother will try.
You hear
it? Con. This is good.
All right.
Try to protect the young from the natural enemy. Well, if everything in nature has a natural enemy, who is the natural enemy of God and the natural enemy of the black man?
Hey, King, did we ever get that Psalms 83? That Psalms 83 at the top, King.
Hey, that was a beautiful time to re-get it. Hey, that's the Most High. Most High did that so we wouldn't forget 83.
Yep. And Salakia, we're trying to show y'all these things so you'll see it in the scriptures that this is nothing new. This is written, right? I want to show you how accurate this Bible is. Hey, God have enemies. Y'all didn't know that, did you? God have enemies, and it ain't Satan.
Hey, and the beautiful part about it is we know Louis Farrakhan is equating it to black men.
Mm-hmm.
We're showing true identity of that color that he's giving you. Because he's giving you a color. We're giving you a biblical nationality.
That's right.
God only 18 nations. And that one nation, we don't know who that nation is because they're not Israelis or the Jewish. So that nation would have to have a true identity. And according to the Bible, that nation would be Israel. And the children of would be ITES, would be the Israelites, right? So the son of Israel would be the Israelites, right? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 83 and verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he said the Most High's enemies. It says, God, and be not silenced, O Yahweh, and hold not thy peace, be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies, Yahweh enemies. He just said the enemies of God and the enemies of us. Okay, right?
And it made sense though, because you remember Louis Farrakhan literally said that. He said, who is
Mm-hmm.
God and
There you go.
the black man enemy? So he lumped them together.
That's
Then
right.
when I went to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, it said beast, and then it says the son of perdition.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not also talking about the man of perdition, but also the sons too. So the
Mm-hmm.
children. So Satan opposeth God. So who would be the ones that would oppose God's children? They would have
There
to
you
be
go.
here. And those would be the son of perdition or the lawless ones. And it says, they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Mm,
Now,
mm,
now you're black.
mm-hmm.
Now you're Native Americans. Now you're Latino descent. That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
And see, and we don't know that. Hey, it's crazy because in church, the only time you hear Israel or they say Jews or Jewish, right? They don't even say Israel. They say Jewish. The Jewish people. Only thing you hear about them is that they was rebellious. They don't keep the law. But we're us sinners that don't have to keep the law. We get the kingdom, and he not dealing with Israel, and they didn't keep the law. So that, which is crazy to me. But go ahead, King.
Right? Right, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Mm.
Right? And they came together on one consent, man. They
Mm-hmm.
agreed, man. Can work together unless they being agreed. And we got all the different nations, which we ain't gonna go through it, but they're all together. Everywhere you go, you're a nigger and a black. Everywhere. I don't care where you go in the world. They all call us the same thing. We're all black and a nigger. So, and that's in the curses as well. That we're the same proverb and we're the same byword no matter where we go. And I guarantee you, they're going to clutch their purse in Britain, Europe. They're going to clutch their purse in France and Italy. Everywhere you go, India, if you're a so-called black, they're going to clutch their purse and they're going to be scared of you. Right? So I'm going to let that run a little bit more.
An enemy is one who would deprive you of your life. An enemy is one who would deprive you of that which gives you life, freedom, justice, equality, the pursuit of happiness, knowledge.
I just want to rewind that a little bit. I had to walk away, Slacky. Right? Hey, he said something that was major right there. He said an enemy would deprive you of life, and an enemy deprive you of something that will give you life. Watch what he say right there again.
You see where the mother will try to protect the young from the natural enemy. Well, if everything in nature has a natural enemy, who is the natural enemy of God and the natural enemy of the black man? An enemy is one who would deprive you of your life. An enemy is one who would deprive you of that which gives you life.
And we know who will give us life, man. Right, real quick, I'm gonna put a quick piece up. Hey, you can see, yeah, he's saying something right.
That's I know.
Right, it's the book
He
of
about to
Baruch.
go to it. He about to go to it. God dang. You already,
right,
you in the spirit. I was just about to tell you, pull like, yup.
Yeah, this the book of Baruch. You got to break it down. Chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of Yahweh and the law that endureth forever.
Mm-hmm.
All that keep it shall come to life,
Mm-hmm.
but leave it shall die.
You see that? And that go right into what he just said, right? And we just talked about this earlier, right? They teach us not to keep the commandments. Don't keep the Sabbath day. Keep the first day of the week. right?
Yep.
You can eat all things. See, these is what give us life, right? And we brought this out in Baruch. So like, what's that? Not to Judith, right? Judith 5, right?
Yep.
What it say? Hey, they know that if we don't keep the laws, that they can overtake us, right?
Mhm.
Because that's what give us life. They know that these law, statute, commandments give us life, and they gotta,
Yep.
keep us from doing that. Go ahead, King.
Hey, you absolutely right. Say verse 2. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Mm,
Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
that's right. That's right. Because and when you in Christianity and these other religions, hey, you're in darkness. You're actually walking in darkness. Okay, King, I'll deal with that. Beautiful
Watch
precept,
out.
King.
I'm gonna rewind that just a couple inches, just so we can
Mm-hmm.
hear that again, because he's right. Dang, he hitting points.
Is one who would deprive you of that which gives you life, freedom, justice, equality, the pursuit of happiness, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, love, peace, brotherhood, unity. An enemy would deprive you of this because this is what God wants you to have. But
come on, brother. Come on, brother.
Wow.
Hey, minister kind of saying some words, brother.
Hey, man, he be bringing it out, man.
He is, man. He bringing it out. He ain't bringing the scriptures to go with it, but that's okay. That's what the Most High brought us here for. Hey, all praises to the Most High for putting the spirit in them today, on that day, whatever day that was, how many years ago that was. All praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
But you know what? He talking the scriptures to the common man, right? And we actually showing him what it means. He's actually talking scriptures without even knowing it. If this don't tell you that we're the Israelites, I don't know what to tell you, because he's just bringing out the stuff that's going on with Israel with the so-called blacks, right? But these are stuff we're actually reading that in the scriptures. That the same thing that he's talking about, the Israelites are going through.
Yeah, God's chosen people, man. That's above
That's right.
everybody.
That's right.
He does not want you to have that. I have some dogs at the farm, and I have some cats at the farm. And at first, they were natural. They would fight each other. But since they grew together, the cat can lie down with the dog. But I have some other dogs that have never had that experience. And if I let them out of the kennel, they would kill every cat in sight. I have some sheep, beautiful sheep that give us little lambs. But if I let those dogs out the kennel, they'll kill the sheep. So you see, enemies can grow together. And when they get used to each other, they forget that they're enemies. But I watch when it's time to eat, the dog that looks like he's a friend of the cat, when it's time to eat, he'll fight the cats.
Hey, and that's that day, hey, when he said it'd be like Chase Rowe, man. And every man turn to his own nation, man.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, and that's what it's gonna be. He said a chase row. And if you understand what a chase row means, it's gonna be diverse and asunder times when the situation's gonna be rough. When the war is gonna be going crazy, everything's gonna be helter-skelter, right? And at that time, hey, it ain't gonna be no, you're my friend. Hey, you're gonna kind of turn. Matter of fact, what was that? Anarchy? What'd you say, King?
Oh no, good, King. I'm looking for this.
I was just gonna say that was
never took my enemy.
That was that anarchy. That's a 12, Iraq 12 and 10.
Never trust thy enemy, King. I'm trying to bring up.
It's Iraq 12 and 10. That
Con.
that's that anarchy, that one when they like shut down in that one day a year, they actually allowed each other to kill each other. Purge. I think it was
Oh yeah,
Purge.
yeah.
Anarchy.
Anarchy, Purge. Up there, I think didn't they have one called the Purge? Then they had Anarchy. That was one of them, right?
Yeah, that was the one where they actually had the Northern Kingdom, which was the Issacharites and the Native Americans. They were actually hunting them in, right? So this book of Sirach, chapter 12, verse 10 says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness."
That's right.
Right? Though, verse 11, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Hmm.
And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away.
That's right.
Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit in thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith.
And guess what? He did that. That's what he did to the natives and other nations.
Yeah.
Hey, King, could you put one more Psalms 55 and start at 20? Because he said that cat and that dog, they grew together, right? But you know, they grew up together, and they can lay by one another, right? But guess what? Feed them and see what happened. Right? Bring some food in front of one of them and let one of the cat touch the dog food and so forth and see what happened. All right?
Right? Hey, you're right. Right. This is the book of Psalms, right? Chapter
55.
And verse 20, right? He had
19.
put forth his hand.
No, you're right. No, you got.
He had put forth his hand against such. When we go to 19 verse?
No, you good. No, 20.
Oh.
So
Okay, 55 verse 20. He had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
But what was in his heart?
But war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
You see that? And that's how Esau operate. When he came over here to our native brothers and sisters, hey, he came with smooth words, man. Right? But I don't know if y'all ever read that it was a letter that Christopher Columbus wrote, right? And he said that they were, what he said, that those people, he said, they're real nice, and they're good people, they're nice looking people, they're strong. He said that they can make good slaves. He talked nice about them and then told them we can take them. But anyway, go ahead, King.
Right. So, and this is going back to what Minister Farrakhan was saying. It's the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13 and verse 15. He said, "Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor." It says, "Flesh consorteth according to kind." So that means you'll never see a raven hanging out with an animal of prey. You'll never see a lion hanging out with something that is going to kill a lamb. It says, "And a man will cleave to his like." It says, "What fellowship have the wolf with the lamb?" Just like what he was saying. "So the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?" Right? So he's letting you know that that a natural born enemy doesn't hang with himself. Maybe if they do for a time, but give it a little bit of time. When that situation arises, they're going to go back to their natural state. And that's what he was just saying. Right? So I yield.
Nature teaches lessons if we are willing to observe them. Every documentary reminds us that animals protect their young from predators. The mother shields her offspring from what threatens their survival. Minister Louis Farrakhan once drew from this simple truth to ask a piercing question. If every creature has a natural enemy, then who is the natural enemy of the black man? Who stands opposed to his life, his freedom, his justice, his peace? It is not a question of imagination, but of evidence. Freedom, justice, equality, knowledge, wisdom, love, unity, these are the things God intends for human beings. Yet again and again, the black community has been denied them in America. Segregation denied freedom of movement. Sharecropping denied economic progress. Redlining denied home ownership. Discriminatory school systems denied access to quality education. Mass incarceration, disproportionately targeting black men, continues to deny entire families stability and security. Each denial carries the fingerprint of an enemy, even when it is cloaked in the language of law and order. Farrakhan used examples from the natural world to show how enmity can sometimes be concealed. A cat and a dog, raised together from birth, may appear to have set aside their differences. They grow comfortable in each other's presence, forgetting that their instincts once set them against each other. Yet the test comes when resources are scarce. At feeding time, the friendly dog will fight the cat for food. That is when the true nature of the relationship emerges. History provides the same warning. Black people were told after slavery that they had been set free, yet immediately laws were written to bind them again through black codes and vagrancy laws. They were promised equality after Reconstruction. But lynching and Jim Crow made it clear that freedom was conditional. Even after the Civil Rights Act of 1964, when it seemed the nation was prepared to live up to its ideals, systemic inequalities were reintroduced in new forms. The war on drugs in the 1980s devastated black communities, targeting them disproportionately, while white users of the same substances were treated more leniently. The pattern is consistent. When black people reach for equality, the system reasserts itself to deny them. That is the meaning of natural enmity. It is not about personal dislike or.
I need you to hold on. Let me hear what you're gonna say right next. I'm sorry, real quick, and then I want to pause. I want to go to Ezekiel 35.
All right,
Start at one.
Just so we can just get that what he.
People reach for equality, the system reasserts itself to deny them. That is.
Hey, did you just see that? It said 450 people. Let me try that again. What?
Pattern is consistent. When black people reach for equality, the
dope is
wow. Dope is
ages 15 to 25.
System reasserts itself to deny them. That is the meaning of natural enmity. It is not about personal dislike or individual prejudice. It is about a system designed to suppress a people's potential and to keep them dependent on their former masters. Farrakhan's question forces a recognition of reality. Just as the sheep cannot mistake the predator for a companion, so too must black people understand the forces that deny them justice. Recognizing an enemy does not.
Hold up. You know, I'm glad you played it all the way to that, but now I gotta hear what you're about to say now. But just to stop it. But go ahead, King. Let it play a little more. Salakia.
Mean hatred consumes the heart. It means clarity replaces illusion. The cat may lie next to the dog, but it must always remain watchful. The black man may live in America.
Dang, we just brought that out. Well, it's all right.
Yeah.
But could you pull us right quick while we on that? Yeah. Ezekiel 35 and start from 1.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Hey, this is a beautiful video, man.
Yeah, this is definitely a beautiful video here, man. I'm glad you called with this one.
Man, it was the Most High had it pop up. I was just writing a lesson, and he's like, no lesson. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, and verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it.
Right? So Mount Seir is Esau. Right? Go ahead, King.
And say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh our power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh.
And we can get this in Malachi 1, and 3 and 4, right, and 5, where he laid there. This was a prophecy of laying their cities waste, but this happened that it was he said it was going to happen again, right? That he's going to lay their city waste, and this is what we're waiting for now. But go ahead, King.
Verse 5, it said, because thou hast had an perpetual hatred.
A what hatred?
A perpetual.
Hey, what? Look up that word so people can understand what we say about perpetual hatred. Just because our people don't understand, and this is what this is what they're saying. Like, there's enemies that's natural. This is a natural enemy.
Hey, you know what I love about that? He uses great words because he literally put a spirit in whoever this people is. You know, we know, just in case somebody out there watch it, they don't believe it, but the Most High put a spirit in this person.
Yeah,
it's never ending. So it don't matter what you say, what you do, whoever this person is, they're gonna hate a nation of people, and they're gonna do what you can do to destroy this people, to kill every precept we brought out today, to make sure the name of Israel is no more in remembrance. So whenever this people is, they're gonna make sure this other nation don't know who they are. And that's what it's talking about. So we know who it is, we believe who it is, but just in case if somebody don't, it's easy. You just got to go and follow the breadcrumbs that the Most High is laying down in the Bible.
That's right, Art.
So let's get this perpetual.
Perpetual.
Never ending or changing. So whoever these people is, they're never going to end. They're never going to change. They're going to always hate this other nation of people.
Why? Because it's natural. It was made to happen like that.
Made to. It was in their spirit. And that's why I love
from the womb.
And that's what I love about it, King, because no matter what people say, you're against the Most High. You can say you love God all you want, but you change it. Like I was talking to my son the other day, right? And my dogs are in heat. And and he was like, dang, Nehemiah, he kind of, and I'm like, yeah, but you can't get mad. Why? Because the Most High made it that way. He's gonna smell the blood, he's gonna smell that she's in heat, and he's gonna go after her no matter what.
Naturally.
Halfway kill him, right? You can almost halfway kill my male dog. Guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna keep going until he's dead. Because you know why? The Most High put perpetually in him to do that.
And guess what? And the same thing is in Esau. Like, they were fighting in the womb, according to Genesis 20, 25 and around 21, 22. They were fighting in the womb. Right. Before they was even born, they were fighting.
Right.
Go ahead,
Someone.
Perpetual.
Perpetual. It says never ending or changing, right? A few similarities. Everlasting, never ending. Eternal, brother. This always have been. This has been since. I ain't got to go no further.
Yeah. Eternal means you can be friends all you want.
Yeah. It's never going to change. It's never going to change. Ever. I'm done. I ain't got to go no further into that.
So they can kill your family and you can say, I love you. I still love you. No matter what you do. Hey, it doesn't matter. He hates you forever. Our people don't know that enemies are. That's the problem. That's why we get killed. And that's why we hate each other.
And that's why Louis Farrakhan, the Most High, put that spirit in him to tell you who your natural born enemy is. What you want, but it doesn't matter. That's what people don't realize. It doesn't matter. The Most High made this.
That's right. But Christianity, it puts this false it just make you feel like everybody's supposed to love each other, man. It's just false, bro. They're never going. Look, when you go to their church, they're not gonna accept you the same way they accept you in no churches. They accept your money, but they like you because you're docile.
Yep.
You understand? That's why they like you. They don't like people like us because we tell the truth.
Yep.
They want to hear lies, but go ahead, King.
Hey, and this is another one. I just looked at it too. Undying and changeless. Brother, that means it's never going to change, brother. Immortal. That means forever until the Most High come in and brings everything back in order, they'll forever be your enemy.
Mm.
And that's why it says this message still terrifies America, because it's telling too much truth.
Oh, finish that verse, King. You just stopped that perpetual hatred.
I'm sorry. I got hyped.
I know. Trust me.
Right? It's the book of Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh, our power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sith thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
You see that? And that's why they're the vessel of wrath fitted to destruction. But hey, the Most High say, since you hated blood, you don't hate blood, blood is going to pursue you. You see that? And this land has a lot of blood on it. So no matter what you try to, how you try to save the Edomites, and you cannot save them, man. It's going to happen. You're trying to go against God's laws. You're trying to go against his prophecy. It's not going to happen. He said, hey, he said, he says, therefore, as I live, says Yahweh thy power. And we know that Yahweh never die. Right?
Man.
We don't have a beginning. I mean, if that don't tell you that's going to happen, it's going to happen. Okay, I yield with that out.
Right? That's the book of Obadiah real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the video, chapter 1 verse 9. And it says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. And this is the reason why. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, because we know if you hate your brother, a murderer will never make the kingdom, right? According to 1 John.
That's right.
It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off. How long, King?
Forever.
I'm done. And I'll go back to the video.
Work, study, and even succeed in its institutions. But he must never forget the history that shows how quickly opportunity can be snatched away. Vigilance is survival, awareness is defense, and unity is the shield that prevents old patterns from repeating.
Is that right? There was a black brother that bought Beatrice Foods and became the largest black corporate giant in America, worth a little over $1 billion. It was BET. A brother that got together with other brothers and other corporate investors and put together BET. There was Def Jam Records. Now check this out. See, you build business, but you don't build no army.
And he said, you build business, but you build no army. Watch, I'm going to let it go a little bit more because I'm going to pull a precept.
And you got to understand in America that business is warfare. And if you don't have no army, soon you won't have no business.
And that's what we got to get, right? Because in order to be a nation, you have to have laws, you have to have a king, and then last and foremost, you have to have an army, right? And where's our army at? Where will our army come from? Right? The book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 14, if I'm not wrong. Oh, yep. It's the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 14. And it says, and Enoch also, the seventh from Adam, prophesied of these, saying, behold, Yahweh cometh with 10,000 of his saints. Watch this. To execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are ungodly among them of all their ungodly deeds, which they have ungodly committed, and of their hard speeches, which ungodly sinners have spoken against him. So, right? And he says, these are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speaketh great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage, right? And that's mean that you got men like you look up to men because they have an advantage. We're talking about the people that control this earth, right? It says, but beloved, remember ye the words which were spoken before the apostles of our Adawan Yahushua Mashiach, how they told you there should be mockers in the last time who should walk after their own ungodly lusts. Watch this, is the point. These be they who separate themselves sensual, having not the spirit. So, so we're letting you know that our army is going to be those that come with Yahushua, right? And there's going to be 10,000 of his saints. So these are going to be the men, right? There's going to be the angelics, his angels, as well as with those men that died, that 144. Tens thousands, right? 144,000 of the elect, man. Right? And with that, I yield. If you got anything you want to pull out.
That threatens big business.
Salakia. I was on mute. I was on mute. Salakia. I said, could you go to Joshua chapter 5, verse 13?
Yeah, come on.
Let's see the army of the Lord, man. Watch this. This is what we waiting for in these last days, man.
5 and verse what?
13, King. You can just read 13 to 15 if you want.
It's the book of Joshua, chapter 5 and verse 13. And it came to pass when Joshua was by Jericho that he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, there stood a man over against him with a sword drawn in his hand. And Joshua went unto him and said unto him, art thou for us or for our adversaries? Art thou for us or for our adversaries?
Keep going.
And he said, nay, but as captain of the host of Yahweh, I am now come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and did worship and said unto him, what says my Lord?
Hold up, Salakia, could you go to ESV? It's just a little better. I just, if you can, King Salakia.
Joshua what?
In the ESV, Joshua 5 and 13. 5 and 13. Just in case they don't know what the Lord of Hosts is. Let's get it for them, King.
Yeah, calm, bro. It is the book of Joshua, chapter 5, verse 14, right?
13.
13. It's the book of Joshua, chapter 5 and verse 13. It says, when Joshua was by Jericho, he lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, a man was standing before him with his drawn sword in his hand. And Joshua went to him and said to him, are you for us or for our adversaries? And he said, no, but I am the commander of the army of Yahweh. Now I come. And Joshua fell on his face to the earth and worshiped and said to him, what does my Lord say to his servant? And the commander of the Lord of Yahweh's army said to Joshua, take off your sandals from your feet, for the place where you are standing is holy. And Joshua did so.
Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. We have holy angel. Hey, the Most High going to send a holy army, bro. Hey, Joshua said, are you for us or your enemy? And he said, I'm from the Lord. That's the Lord's army. And he told him, take off your sandals, man. You're in a holy place right now. I got this, man. He said, I got this, man. That's why, hey, man, that's why we got to put all our trust and the faith in the Most High, because we have a mighty army that's coming. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Joshua said, hey, are you for us or our enemies? Hey, listen, man. Hey, he for us, man. And with that, I yield, bro. I just wanted to bring that out.
And I want to bring this last one out, and then we can get back to the video if you ain't got nothing else. The book of 2 Kings, chapter 6 and verse 15 says, and when the servant of the man of Yahweh was risen eagerly and going forth, behold, an host compassed the city, both with horses and chariots. And his servant said unto him, at last, my master, how shall we do? Right? So he was asking him, like, man, how are we going to beat these people? Right? And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them. And Elisha prayed and said, Yahweh, I pray thee, open his eyes, that he may see. And Yahweh opened his eyes of the young man, and he saw. And behold, the mountain was full of horses, and the chariots of fire round about Elisha. And they that came down to him, Elisha prayed unto Yahweh, and said, smite this people, I pray thee, with blindness. And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha. And Elisha said unto them, this is not the way, neither is this city. Follow me, and I will bring you to the man whom ye seek. But he led them to Samaria. So this right here just showed you that, man, hey, even though you couldn't see it, hey, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha, right? So that just goes to show you, man, that, like you said, bro, the Most High has a mighty, mighty army. And all you got to do is keep the law, statutes, commandments, and you don't even know truly what's fighting for you, right? You just got to continue to do the will of the Most High, man.
Hey, King, let me get one more, but I'll read it real quick. Joel 2 and 11. Because you can really start from up top, right? But I'm just going to go right to 11. Joel 2 and 11. I was going to read it, but I think you should put it up just in case. All right.
Yeah,
look, we can start all the way up top, right? But we're going to go to 11. Read that, King.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 2 and verse 11. It says, and Yahweh shall utter his voice before his army, for his camp is very great.
Oh, man.
Go ahead. He is strong that executeth his word. For the day of Yahweh is great and very terrible, and who can abide it?
He said, who can abide in it, man? He said his camp is very great. You understand that? So listen, all we saying, hey, our army is with the Lord, man. That's our army. But go ahead, King.
God.
I'm making a point. Your enemy never wants to see you independent of him. He must always be the master, and you must always be the servant.
Head and not the head. Wow, you be the head.
And I was thinking of St. John when he said, never call nobody Abba, right? Right? Father, right? Master, right? I go to it, but hey, that's what he's saying. He wants you to be the tail, and he wants to be the head, like you said. He wants you to always be the servant, but he wants to be the master. And that goes back to that 2 Thessalonians when he said literally that, hey, he sat in the seat of God, right? And calling himself God, right? Which is more than the image. He's also giving you something that where every time you see that image, you automatically put those people in that place of God's chosen people, right?
And when you try to escape being a servant, he finds devious ways to get you back under his wing.
Black enterprise in America has always been more than just commerce. It has been a declaration of independence. Minister Louis Farrakhan once reminded his audience that brothers and sisters have built powerful businesses, giants that stood as proof of Black excellence. Beatrice Foods, once brought under Black ownership, was valued at over $1 billion. Black entertainment television, created by Robert Johnson in 1980, rose from modest beginnings to become the first network dedicated to showcasing Black culture. Def Jam Records, founded by Russell Simmons and Rick Rubin, became the heartbeat of hip-hop, amplifying voices from neighborhoods that the mainstream often ignored. These achievements were not simply about money. They were about carving out space where Black creativity, leadership, and ownership could flourish. Yet Farrakhan warned that business in America is not just business, it is warfare. History shows this is true. The moment Black economic independence grows too strong, it threatens entrenched power.
And we just want to make sure y'all always understand that they say Black, but we're saying Israelites. So we're trying to actually get that term Black or nationality Black out of your mind and get your focus more on Israelites. So that's what we're doing.
Consider the fate of Tulsa, Oklahoma in 1921, often called Black Wall Street. A thriving district filled with Black-owned businesses, banks, and institutions was destroyed in one of the worst race massacres in American history. White mobs, backed by local authorities, wiped out decades of wealth in a matter of days. That destruction sent a message. Black prosperity would not be tolerated if it challenged white supremacy. The pattern has repeated itself across generations. When Black entrepreneurs build, they often face barriers designed to bring them back under the wing of larger white-controlled corporations. Farrakhan explained it plainly. Without an army, without protection, business cannot survive. The truth is harsh. In America, the marketplace is not neutral ground. Competition is backed by legal systems, financial institutions, and, when necessary, force. Without protection, Black enterprise remains vulnerable. The idea that business is warfare is not metaphorical. It reflects the reality that economic power translates to political and social influence. When a people lack both, they remain dependent. Data today confirms this imbalance. According to the U.S. Census Bureau,
and that makes sense because think about it. If we dependent on them, we're not dependent on Yahweh. And the Most High want us to depend on Him, right?
That's right.
That's 1 Corinthians chapter 12 when he said, "When I am weak, then you are strong." Right? So that gets into that because when we depend on any other nation, a matter of fact, it is a great precept, right? Let me get this real quick.
I got two real quick too, King. Want it? Two quick ones.
Right? You got yours already?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28, and I'm gonna start at 29. Deuteronomy 28 and 29. It reads, get what you getting, King. I'm gonna just read it. Deuteronomy 28 and 29, it says, "And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness, and thou shalt not prosper in thy ways." So, hey, everything that we try to do to get ahead, hey, we always going to be on the bottom. "And thou shalt be only oppressed and spoiled evermore, and no man shall save thee." And that give you that show you what it means, like, you know, that in Deuteronomy 28, right, that we will not be saved, we're not going to be redeemed. And I'm gonna drop it down to 44. It says, Deuteronomy 28 and 44, "He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail." No matter how much you try to get ahead, you're always going to be the tail. They're going to knock you right back down to be the tail. Like that, with that, I yield.
Right? Hey, watch. And that's right back what you were just saying too, right? And my precept come from Isaiah chapter 31, right? The book Isaiah chapter 31 and verse 1, right from the top, right? And it reads, it says, "Woe," which is destruction, "to them that go to Egypt for help," right? So you're going to your captivity, your oppressor, for help. That's hey, that's so crazy. Like, and
King,
that's
I
what
was
they
thinking
want.
about that precept earlier, Con.
That's what they want you to do. They want you to go to your oppressor for help. That's what he said. Whenever we develop something and we develop it to empower, they saying Black, but empower Israelites. What do? They come and buy it up, and it's going to tell you a little later. And then they disperse all the people, and the route that they were taken in, which was for empowerment and to lift up those people, they change the narrative and go in a different direction, right? So it says, "Woe to them that go to Egypt for help and stay on horses and trust in chariots, because they are many, right? And horsemen, because they are very strong. But they look not unto Yahweh, right? The Holy One of Israel, neither seek Yahweh. So hey, that's what I was just saying. Like, whenever we get money, whenever we get empowered, we kind of cut out the Most High, right? And that's what they're saying. We getting built up, we getting billions, and then what? We kind of seeking their gods and seeking their way, right? Right. But you got anything else you want to add?
No, I was just about to say, man, hey, the Lord, see, the Israelites that coming back to the commandments of the Most High, we understand that the Most High is our Redeemer. He will save us, right? And that's in Isaiah, what's that, 25 and 9, right? And it said, and it shall be said in that day, lo, this is our power. We have waited for him, and he will save us. This is Yahweh. We have waited for him. We will be glad and rejoice in his salvation. So these are what we're looking for. That's Isaiah 25 and 9, huh? Right? So this is what we're waiting for in these days, right?
Right. And absolutely, man. So that was a great precept,
Mm-hmm.
right? So, hey, with that being said, we're gonna go back in.
Black-owned businesses account for less than 2% of the nation's employer firms, despite black people making up over 13% of the population. That gap is not a reflection of ability or talent, but of structures designed to maintain control. Independence requires strategy, unity, and the ability to resist when powerful interests move to reclaim what has been built. Farrakhan's reminder was not simply about economics, it was about survival. Without power to defend gains, victories in the marketplace risk becoming temporary. The task is to ensure they are permanent, guarded not just by contracts and partnerships, but by organized strength.
He makes you an offer that you can't refuse. An offer in money.
Hey, and I got to
You
pull this
you
real
probably
quick.
about to get what I'm about to say.
Yeah, Luke
Oh.
Luke or Matthews. See, because hey, in
Mm-hmm.
this situation, right? Hey, Yahushua, he refused it, right? But most people, they can't refuse it, right? It's the book of Luke, chapter 4, and I'm gonna get right to the point. In verse 5, it says, and the devil taking him up, who is the him? Christ, right? Into a high mountain, showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a moment time. And the devil said unto him, all this power, just like he give to all the stars, all the athletes,
Mm-hmm.
right? All the actors, all this power will I give thee, and the glory of them. So not only will he give you the power of being, known, but he's going to give you the glory, the fame, the fortune, all of that. For that is delivered unto me, and whomsoever I will give it. If thou therefore wilt worship me, all shall be thine. So
I want to thank God for and they'll when they take their awards. I want to thank God for helping me make this record, Kill a Nigga, and pimp that hoe out.
There's many gods, but there's
Yeah,
only one power that made heaven and earth. So you're
that's
thinking of
right.
God, and for real quick, I got to do this real
The
quick.
God of this world, that's their God. The God that everybody serve, that do without wilt God.
Real quick, I got to just pull it out because I know a lot of people are like, no, there's only one God. I know our people do.
Yeah, you gotta, kind of, yep.
For sure. It's the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. But if our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost, in whom the God of this world have blinded the eyes of them which believe not, right? Lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine into them. So I just wanted to bring that out just to show you that, hey, the God of this world and the God of this world would be that Luke chapter 4, right? And verse 4.
Bring out 1 Corinthians 8 and 5 too, King, and 6. Oh, just 8 and 5. Just so you can just let me back up on what you just brought out.
1 Corinthians chapter 8 and verse 5. And for though there be that are called gods, whether in heaven or earth, as there be gods many and lords many.
All right, I see that.
But to us,
mm-hmm.
the Israelites, there is but one Yahweh, the Father of whom are all things, and we in him. And one Adonai, Shai Hamashiach, by whom are all things, and we by him.
Right? You see that? There's one power and one Lord, one Yahweh rather, and one Lord Hamashiach Yahweh. You see that? So there's many gods. All right. Could you bring out one more? Sirach 7 and 7, King? What you bringing out? About the gifts that these people give. You brought it out earlier, but we're going.
Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. God, King.
Okay.
You don't want that last part of it, but yeah.
Right, 7 and 7. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. It says, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's what I wanted. And a gift destroyeth the heart. You see that? So they get these hearts. Hey, they start. See, oppression makes a wise man mad. That's a very important part. Surely oppression make a wise man mad. So if you're not mad about or feel some kind of way about the oppression that your people went through, you're not wise. And it says, and a gift destroyeth the heart, because a lot of people not oppressed. They feel like they're not oppressed because they received a gift. You know what I'm saying? So they're not mad. And that's I'll deal with that. Con.
Wisdom is the performance of the law. Sirach 19 and 9. And 10.
That's right.
19 and 19 and 20. But we get back to this.
Backed by guns and gangsters.
Hey,
you don't have.
And I want to rewind that, because you got to hear cleanly what he just said about American government. He equated them to gangsters.
He makes you an offer that you can't refuse.
And that's Second Thessalonians.
And that Ecclesiastes we just read.
And that's Satan, right? That we just took you up and made you that offer you can't refuse, right? So it's the son of and his sons, right? Go ahead.
An offer in money backed by guns and gangsters. You don't have no army, and the lure of money gets you. So what we bought from Beatrice Foods is now back in the hands of Caucasians. Motown is owned by Caucasians. Ultra Sheen, owned by Caucasians. BET, taken over by Caucasians, and they about to fire Tavis Smiley and all the big executives. Why? Because Tavis is a man of conscience, a man of knowledge, and he loves his people. We must get rid of anything that will make black people more independent in their thinking.
Hey, and that's what's going to happen when he said, and some will be thrown in a prison house or killed. But be faithful unto death is what it said in Revelations, because it's going to come a time, man. Right?
Hey, Con, you heard he said that they don't want people that love their people.
No, of course not.
Absolutely not. That's how you know that these so-called Christians don't love their people, man.
No.
You know?
That's why the first thing we tell him when he said that, hey, God waking you up, and that first question he asks is, what about the other nations? I ain't gonna even put out one other, but they always say, what about the other nations? There's one more particular than the others, but they always asking about the other nations, period. And it's like, but what about the nation that the Most High is talking about. That's what we're talking about. That's the only thing we want to talk about. We're not talking against anybody. We're just talking only for somebody. We're talking for the Most High about what he asks us to say, which is talk to his nation, right? According to Ezekiel and according to a whole bunch of other scriptures, right? Jeremiah and all of them. He said, who will go prophesy for me?
Russell Simmons struggled with Def Jam Records, Def Jam Comedy, but they gave him an offer. Now he works for them. Mr. Bob Johnson, the owner of
and that's crazy too, though, because these actual corporations that he's naming off were billion-dollar corporations that were not failing. So that lets you know that what he's saying, they're coming like gangsters. Hey, they basically was letting them know, look, either you sell or something else may happen. We may put you in jail falsely or something of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
So,
BET now.
What'd you say?
No, I say, yep. Dr. Figueroa.
Now works for Viacom.
How do you work for a corporation that you started, you own, and it wasn't failing? Now all of a sudden you have to work for your corporation. That makes absolutely no sense, King. Oh man.
He's got over $1 billion, but what is the dollar? It's a piece of paper with a white man's face on it. And the value of that paper is going down every day that we live. So what you have is nothing.
Minister Louis Farrakhan once described how black enterprise in America is constantly brought back under control through the lure of money and the threat of force. He explained that when a business begins to rise with independence, offers appear, offers backed not only by cash but by power. It is the combination of wealth and muscle that makes such offers hard to refuse. Those who resist are often reminded, directly or indirectly, of the consequences. Those who accept find themselves wealthy on paper but empty of true independence. History has proven this cycle repeatedly. Robert Johnson, who created black entertainment television, built a cultural empire that gave voice to black artists, actors, and entrepreneurs. Johnson became a billionaire, but the network itself was absorbed into a corporation dominated by white executives. The result was predictable. Voices of conscience within the company, including figures like Tavis Smiley, were silenced or pushed out. Ownership shifted, and with it, the purpose of the platform. What was once built for empowerment became another tool of mass entertainment, often stripped of its original mission. The same story unfolded in the music industry. Russell Simmons and Def Jam Records pioneered hip-hop, transforming it from a neighborhood sound into a global movement. But as corporate offers grew, ownership slipped away. Simmons himself admitted to losing creative control once Def Jam became absorbed by Universal Music Group. Motown, once the proudest emblem of black cultural and economic independence under Berry Gordy, is now owned by Universal as well. Each example reflects a painful reality. Black creativity builds institutions, but without protection, those institutions are eventually taken.
So, hey, we trying to tell our people, hey, we don't got no protection, man. Hey, you leave your husband, which is Yahweh, man, hey, you're going to have no protection, right? The Most High is not dealing with you if you're not going to be underneath his guidance. And what's the guidance? The guidance will be his covenant, right? So whenever you leave the covenant, by any means, hey, you done left the covering. Once you leave the covering, hey, you done left the Most High, man, right? And that's Psalms 91, right? I stay underneath the covering of Yahweh, right?
Farrakhan's warning cuts deeper.
What'd you say, King?
I'm about to say one of my favorite verses, boy. I mean, favorite chapters. Gone.
I'll pull it out real quick because, hey, that's what we got to understand. And as a nation, man, Because hey, we understand that we got a husband. As a nation, we got a husband, and our husband is Yahweh, right? And he gave us a set of rules, just like the same microcosm of a husband and wife situation within our kingdom. And whenever we leave the rule set of a husband and wife, right? Whenever you leave the covering of your husband, then hey, you've lost this. This is the book of Psalms chapter 91 and verse 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High should abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So the opposite of that is if you're not dwelling in that secret place, then you don't abide underneath the shadow of the Almighty. It says, I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In him will I trust. So when you don't keep the commandments, when you go against any part of the commandments, like Paul said, you break one law, you break them all, then now you don't abide in his fortress. He doesn't cover you, right? It says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. But if you don't listen to his laws and commandments, then he definitely won't deliver you. Because the scripture is either yes or no, yay or nay. That's how the Most High works. And if you don't do what he tells you to do, then you're going opposite. Right? So with that, I yield. Got anything you wanted to bring up?
No, I can't.
Than individual names. He pointed out that the dollar itself is fragile. A billionaire today may hold stacks of paper, but that paper is tied to a system controlled by others. The value of the dollar continues to erode, and no amount of wealth tied to it guarantees true freedom. The 2008 financial crisis revealed how quickly markets could collapse, wiping out years of savings and destabilizing businesses. Even today, inflation continues to eat away at the worth of every paycheck, leaving those without independent structures at the mercy of forces beyond their control. The central lesson is temporary. The enemy does not only aim to dominate land and labor, but also
he said ownership without sovereignty, right? And the only way we're going to be sovereign as a nation is if we come back to our laws, statutes, and commandments. Because then, once we become sovereign, the Most High is going to send Yahushua down to redeem us. And that's our true sovereignty, right? According to, let me get it real quick. According to Daniel, right? Real quick. It's the book of Daniel, chapter 7. Right, and towards the bottom. This is the book of Daniel chapter 7 verse 26. It says, but the judgment shall sit, right, which means the judgment shall be made, and they shall take away his dominion to consume and destroy it unto the end. That's the Most High taking away the dominion of the spirit that rules the earth. It says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, which are the Israelites, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominions shall serve and obey him, which will be Yahushua, his son, right? So, hey, that kingdom is going to be everlasting, and the saints are going to have that kingdom, but the dominion of that kingdom shall be given to Yahushua, right? Which will be underneath the leadership of Yahweh in heaven, right? Let me go back to the video. Got anything else to add to that, Elder?
No, can you good?
All right, come
on. Minds. A network, a record label, a corporation for shaping. When they are in black hands, they can uplift and inspire. When they return to the grip of those who historically oppressed, they can be used to reinforce dependency. This is why Farrakhan warned that America will always move to undermine true independence. Offers come dressed as opportunity, but their purpose is control. Black America has produced billionaires and moguls, but the question remains, who controls the platforms once they are sold? Who benefits when independence is traded for comfort? The truth is sobering. Until ownership is guarded not just by contracts but by collective strength, each victory risks becoming another chapter in the long story of gains taken away.
This is why Don King could say, only in America. Because when Don King, who's a big man, sits down with Time Warner, according to what I heard, they told him, you're a flea, and we are the elephant, and we'll crush you. So they call it partnership. But all the time you form the partnership, they're finding a way to take it from you. They never stop. They come in as a partner, but they go out on top. Why? Because independence is too much for you. You begin to think you're equal to them, and you must never think that. You and your children and your grandchildren and your great-grandchildren must always be servants to your former slave masters and their children. You have an enemy.
Don King once said, "Only in America," a phrase that captured both his rise and the contradictions of the nation. Minister Louis Farrakhan drew on that story to illustrate a deeper truth. When King sat down with executives from Time Warner, he was reminded of his position. They told him, as the account goes, "You're a flea and we are the elephant and we'll crush you." The message was not hidden. Partnerships, no matter how they appear on the surface, were never equal. The powerful enter agreements with one purpose: to come out on top. Farrakhan warned that this is the reality Black entrepreneurs and leaders must face. Time and again, partnerships are offered, but those partnerships are built on imbalance. A larger corporation may call it cooperation, but behind closed doors, the intent is to absorb, dominate, and eventually take control. This is why so many Black-owned enterprises that once stood as symbols of independence have slipped into the hands of multinational corporations. The pattern is not random, it is systemic. When Robert Johnson sold BET to Viacom, he became the first Black billionaire. Yet soon after, the network that once provided an independent platform for Black culture became a subsidiary under executives who had no obligation to its original mission. Motown, once the pride of Berry Gordy and the sound of Black America, was eventually sold to Universal. Def Jam Records, born from the vision of Russell Simmons, met the same fate. Each story follows the same arc: creation, rise, partnership, takeover. Farrakhan explained why this keeps happening. True independence challenges the order of American power. If Black people maintain control of wealth and culture, they begin to see themselves as equals. And in a system designed to maintain hierarchy, equality is treated as a threat. The logic is plain: keep the descendants of slaves in positions where they may have success, but not sovereignty. Allow them wealth, but not power. Allow.
Hey, so before this is over, because we only got another minute, hey, I got to pull this out, King. Right? So I put it out last night, right? But hey, I got to re-pull it out again, man. Because, hey, he said, let them get wealth, but not power, right? It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity. So our people think that they're free. Our people think that they got a place. But hey, you're still captive to your oppressors, right? It says, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach, right? A laughing stock and a curse, because we're still under the curses, and to be subject to payment. So even though you might be a billionaire, you might be a millionaire, you might be a thousandaire, right? It doesn't matter. You're still subject to payments. So that means you're in a captive state. It said, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from Yahweh our power, right? So he letting you know that, hey, the reason why you're still in this captivity state is because, hey, you've sinned, right? So
allow them influence, but only under the supervision of those who hold the keys to the larger system. This truth extends beyond entertainment and business. In politics, black leaders have often been absorbed into larger parties where their influence is limited by agendas they did not create. In education, black institutions face chronic underfunding while being told to partner with predominantly white universities. In economics, black businesses are starved of capital. Each of these reflects the same pattern: the language of partnership, the reality of control. Farrakhan's conclusion was unflinching. You have an enemy. Not an enemy in the sense of personal hatred.
Hey, Ashai,
Yeah, God,
Ashai, you still there?
yeah,
And
I'm
I'm
here,
just,
King.
hey, I just wanted to bring one more thing out. Look, because it said that they starve them of capital. Think about this. You know, whenever you start a business up, you have to write a business proposal. You have to let them know your ideal and your vision, right? So why do you got to do that? Because they can steal your vision before you even got your LLC or your stamp on it. And now they can say, well, we didn't, and you can't prove it. Why? Because you didn't have that stamp already on it. But every business needs that boost of income, right? And then once you get going, you always need that other boost to get you over the hump. And they know that. And instead of them giving you that second boost or that third boost, they'll be like, well, instead of us doing that, let us just have that 20%. Then you give them that 20%, and then next thing you know, you ain't read all the contract. You done signed your name, and now that 20% might say, yeah, we want to get 20%, but if you make it over 10, 20 years, we get another 15% on top of the 20. Now they slowly got things written into your contract where they're taking over your company.
Yeah, because they know our people see that. That's why they offer you that money real quick. You hear that money, you don't even care what's going on other than, getting that bank account. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, they got us in situations where, your mom might be getting put out, you losing your house, your children's hungry. And he say, look, I'll give you $1 million right now. Just sign this contract. Hey, look, all you thinking about, like, damn, my mom about to get put out. My children got to do this, that, and the third. I'm a sign it. You don't even sit no lawyer or nothing.
Hey, and watch this though. You know what's even crazier is when you sign it all on papers, you're giving them a right to be able to pull your credit statements. So they know your whole legal background. They know your mom. They know your dad. They know your brothers. You believe that why it takes them so long to approve you for it is they're trying to see everybody debt. So that way they can say, okay, well, if I give him this amount, he'll be able to clear his debt. He'll be able to have 2,000 or 3,000, 100,000 in the bank, which really ain't nothing. And now we got 35% of his company, which we know is going to make us 10 times the amount that we're giving them up front.
And guess what? They know that you're going to spend that 100 grand real fast, and it's coming back to them anyway.
Yeah.
Right? It's going back to them anyway. You'll be done with that within a couple weeks. And guess what? You got to come back to me
and get a loan. Now
get a loan. Yeah.
Courts that 35%. So now instead of 35%, now I'm gonna go ahead and inch up another 10%. So now I'm sitting at half of your company that you invented, that you made, that I'm making 10 times the amount that I'm giving
you. Yep.
And then now when you start getting your revenue coming in, I'm getting 45% of your revenue coming in.
Come on. Even the billionaires, whatever. If they give you $1 billion, that means they made 100 billion off of you.
Easily. So we got 1 minute roughly.
But in the sense of a system that refuses to allow true equality. Independence is always viewed as dangerous because independence removes the chains of dependency that keep a people in check. As long as this reality is denied, the cycle will continue. What begins as pride in ownership will end in loss, unless there is unity, discipline, and the courage to resist. The struggle for truth is never finished, and neither is the work of telling it. Subscribe to Black Culture Unlocked, like this video, and share it with those who need to hear the message. Together we keep history from being erased, and we carry it forward with strength.
So yeah,
You know
man.
what's so beautiful, Op? We don't see. You know how people looking for, man, we got to get together and do this. We got to join
Yeah.
together. Hey, some people looking for that and they get depressed because it don't happen. But guess what? We know that it's not going to happen because we know the prophecies and we know the curses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it don't
Khan,
bother us.
man.
I'll be more worried if it happened.
Yeah, Khan. And Shabbat Shalom to the house of the side, man. Hey, and you right though, King. Oh yeah, and Shabbat Shalom to Tazawan, man. Shabbat Shalom. Hey, you're absolutely right, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, they want us look like they want us to actually try to do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We don't. Our people don't realize is we don't want you to do it by yourself. We're not telling you to take your own way into your own hands. No, what we're telling you to do is to come back to the Most High, right? Come back to the Most High, keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and the Most High is going to fight for you. We don't want you to fight at all. We don't want you to even lift one finger.
Right. Because
Right?
that means you don't trust in the Lord.
You don't have no trust in the Lord.
And you're going to be destroyed. Hey,
Right?
the same way Moses had to keep his hand up and he went to war. You remember he put his hand down and they got defeated. But when he kept it up, they won. They won the battle. Hey, that's how the Most High working, man. You got to keep that. You better put all your faith in the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And because he gonna get us out of this thing, right? So
bro.
if you're going to fight on your own, then you don't believe in the Most High. You know who's going to do that? The 1/3. I mean, the 2/3. Salakia. The 2/3 are going to go try to fight. You know what I mean? But hey,
they're gonna get put to death, King.
they're gonna get put to death.
Gonna get put to death. Right. So I'm gonna bring my closing precept out, man. My closing precept is gonna come from Exodus chapter 14. And I'm gonna start at verse number. Right. It's the book of Exodus chapter 14 and verse 13. It says, "And Moses said unto the people, Fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of Yahweh." So that's what we telling our people. Fear not, which means have faith. Stand still. Don't try to be a busybody. And see the salvation of Yahweh, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom you have seen today, you shall see them again no more forever. Yahweh shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. And I'm going to show you why I brought that out, because he said you will see the Egyptians no more forever. Right? It's the book of Revelations, chapter 8. Is it chapter 7? Oh no. Yep, it's chapter 7. Book of Revelation, chapter 7. I think it's verse 11. No. What is it? Sodom and Egypt. What is that? It's 8. I thought it was 8. Let me see. 11 and 8. Salakia. Salakia Israel. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. Right? And it reads, "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is Babylon the Great, which spiritually is called Sodom, which is the capital of sodomy. I mean, which is where, same, you know what I'm saying? And Egypt, which is captivity, where also our power was crucified. Right? So and I yield for you, Elder.
This is on Romans 12, and I'm gonna start at 18 and 19. That's what I'm reading. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you. You hear that? If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, not no turn of the cheek, but if it be possible, live peaceably with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves, but rather give place unto wrath. For it is written, vengeance is mine, I will repay, says Yahweh. And that's what we got to understand that day. The vengeance is the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not for us to do. Hey, all we doing is prophesying against this place, right? And getting it prepared for our Redeemer, man. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
With that, I yield, man.
Come, man. So yeah, so that's all we telling our people. Don't take vengeance in your own hands. Don't try to be Mr. Tough Guy, right? Don't try to be none of that, man. Just continue to just come back to the law, statutes, commandments, and live, man. Right? We got one more going on. Okay, one more. Right, just one more. Right? Since it is the end of the Shabbat, you know it's almost over. Give up our people the last little bit of their Shabbat to do whatever they got to do, pray it down or whatever it may be. But hey, I just got one more for y'all, man. It's the book of Ecclesiastes. Hey, what the heck? Okay. Ecclesiastes, chapter 12, verse 13, man. It said, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, the end all and be all. It says, fear Yahweh and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. So that's all why you was made, Yasharala. You weren't made to, try to become that first billionaire, like he said, of the food place, or try to sell your company like BET, the guy that owned BET, to be a billionaire, or Russell Simmons to be a high 100 millionaire, or like Barry Gordy of Motown to be a high big time millionaire or billionaire. That wasn't what it's all about, man. Not to be an entrepreneur like Farrakhan was kind of promoting, to be self-efficient. No, that's not what it's about. It's to fear Yahweh and to keep his commandments. He said, for this is the whole duty. So I'm going to get that last little definition, man. Right? Real quick. See what whole means. And I'm done. Whole, right? It means all of entire, right? It says entire, complete, full, total, unabridged, full length, uncut, uncondensed, unexpurgated, spurgated, unreduced, undivided, right? So it's all the entire, man, the complete. So the all law, the all reason why we were made, the complete reason why we were made, the full reason why we were made was to keep the commandments, man. And that's our full duty, our whole duty, our main duty. The complete duty is just to keep the commandments, right? And I know I didn't bring that up, but I yield, man. So giving all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, and my name is Ariyah.
This is Brother Shire.
Hey, and we came to establish the law, man. Hey, Kwam Yasha.